न्यूक्लियाई क्या है? सो संध्या, आपने फाउंडेशन कोर्स नहीं किया है, प्लीज बताइए मुझे आपका क्या स्टेटस है। हाइड्रोस्कोपिक न्यूक्लियाई क्या है? ठीक है, तो संध्या आपने फाउंडेशन नहीं किया है। Devesh, all students, good morning Dolly, good morning Khushi, good morning Preeti, Ashutosh, all students, good morning and welcome. Sir, missed yesterday's live but completed recording. Okay, very good. Raki has a doubt. Perfect. तो एक डाउट भी है हमारे पास, उसको भी देखेंगे। एक इनका एडवेक्शन वाला डाउट है राखी का, आई थिंक ये ग्रुप पे भी पूछा है। राखी, आप राखी हैं क्या है? उस पे नाम कुछ और है मेरे ख्याल से। अपनी आइडेंटिटी बताएं, आप कौन हैं, कहाँ हैं? पोलर रीजन्स, the mean January temperature along 60 degree is -20 and both 80 and 50 knot. Sir, please also tell this reason. Please help me with this. दुष्यंत बोल रहे हैं, डायग्राम बता दीजिए। तो प्लीज अपवर्ड डिविएशन ऑफ आइसोथर्म भी रीजन पता है, बट व्हाई अपवर्ड? ऐसा कोई अपवर्ड डाउनवर्ड नहीं होता है, ठीक है। ये हीट बजट वाला है। सर, नेम हैज फिक्स्ड वेरी अर्ली, दैट इज व्हाई नॉट चेंजिंग, आई एम यश। ओके, सो ये यश है। चलिए ठीक है। तो पहली चीज, एवरीवन जिन लोगों ने फाउंडेशन नहीं किया है, मेक श्योर यू डू द फाउंडेशन क्लास का ओरिएंटेशन जरूर करें, ओरिएंटेशन लेक्चर। उसमें एक चीज बताई गई है, हाउ टू आस्क अ क्वेश्चन। हाउ टू आस्क अ क्वेश्चन, चलिए डायग्राम बता दीजिए। अब हाउ मेनी डायग्राम्स आर देयर इन ज्योग्राफी बुक्स? इनफाइनाइट। यस, देयर आर इनफाइनाइट डायग्राम्स इन ज्योग्राफी बुक। और इफ आई स्टार्ट टेकिंग, ये डायग्राम बता दो, वो डायग्राम बता दो, कोई रेलेवेंट कोई इररेलेवेंट, और आपको क्या लगेगा? मोबाइल फोटो एंड डालो, ठीक है। So in orientation lecture we clearly said, so this is the problem, I looked at this is the problem, I understood this I did not understand. So if you're asking question in that format, your questions will be answered. Second, do not use doubt session as KBC, or do not use teacher as dictionary. yes or no? डिक्शनरी की तरह यूज नहीं करेंगे। क्यों? क्योंकि डिक्शनरी तो आपको दिलवा दी है, डिक्शनरी तो आपने खरीद लिया ना मस्त बाय में, मस्त बाय में डिक्शनरी खरीद ली गई है। सो दैट इज दैट। सो आज ये जो क्वेश्चन पूछे गए हैं, ये इतना बड़ा पोथी चिपका दिया। सर देखिए, समझाइए, ये मैंने मार्क कर दिया। यार अगर मैं ही ये सारा मार्किंग करने लगा तो प्रॉब्लम है। आपको क्या समझ में आया ये तो पूछिए। व्हाट डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड, व्हाट इज द कॉन्टेक्स्ट, किस चीज के बारे में है, तो वो पूछेंगे तो ज्यादा अच्छा होगा। अदरवाइज वो डाउट हम सॉल्व नहीं करें, ठीक है। सो दैट इज व्हाट वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट। अब इसमें फ्रेज लिख दिया, फ्रेज ऐसे नहीं लिखे। राखी अभी आपको बता दिया, राखी सारे क्वेश्चन रिजेक्ट हैं, तो वो सारे के सारे रिजेक्ट हो जाएंगे। सर, रेडियो वेव्स रिफ्लेक्ट बैक टू अर्थ इन आइनोस्फीयर, व्हाई? So why heavier rain between 35 to 40 north south latitude in coastal area, whereas it is region of air descent? तो फिर वही बात है ना सर्वेश्वर, जहां से आप पढ़ रहे हैं गलत है। So everyone, what is the skin color, normal skin color of an Indian? Normal skin color of an Indian, fair या fair हटाते हैं, white, black, brown, तीन में आ गया, true or not? So I'm not saying that you're fair, so like we'll go into that. तो हम लोग क्या करेंगे, हम कहेंगे सर brown. Is everyone okay? Normal is that. But can we have people who are fair in complexion? Can we have people who have darker complexion? Yes or no? True or not? True. Okay. What is the climate of India? Monsoonal or frigid? Monsoonal or frigid or arid? Which one is the climate of India? So monsoonal is the climate of India. But can there be places which are frigid in India? Can there be places which are arid in India? Yes or no? So which place can be frigid in India? So can Leh be frigid? Yes or no? Himalayas can they be frigid or not? Yes or no? How many places can be frigid if I start numbering them? Can I say infinite? Can I say infinite? Can I say there will be a huge number of people in India who are fair skinned? There will be a huge number of people in India who are dark skinned. But still, where do we count India? As brown skin. Africans as dark skin. Europeans as fair or white skin. Agreed or not? So now somebody asked me a question, sir, why heavy rains on 30 to 40 degrees Celsius in coastal areas where the air descends and descending air inhibits cloud formation? तो ये होता ही नहीं है, कहीं पर आपने exception पढ़ लिया है. You have read an exception, and how many exceptions will be there? There will be many. You don't even tell me that, and you write a statement on exception. Sir, why this person is fair but India though is sir brown skin? How is it possible, sir? Please explain. Sir, how is Ladakh having a frigid climate, sir? India though you said is monsoonal. True or not? So you can read the question, and these questions if asked, there is infinite number of exceptions. Yes or no? We all know that 30 to 40 degrees is a dry belt. That is a rule. That is a rule. But in some case कुछ होगा वहां पर. Why heavier rain between 30 to 40 north and south altitude in coastal areas? ऐसा सच नहीं है. It is not true. It is not true. But in certain cases that will be there. तो हमने इसमें 35 to 40 तो पहली बात कोई बेल्ट ही नहीं है. 30 to 45 कोई बेल्ट ही नहीं है. If you remember GC Leong अगर आपने पढ़ा है, so 30 to 45 is the belt. Yes or no? Warm topic. तो इन्होंने 35 to 40 अपने मन से कुछ ले लिया और इसको क्वेश्चन बना दिया. So everyone, just as an example, दो एग्जांपल आपको दे रहा हूं कि ऐसे किसी भी बुक से कोई भी बुक आप पढ़ रहे, एनी बुक यार रीडिंग, यू पुट 2 marks and say चलो सर ये डाउट सॉल्व करें, तो फिर क्लास will not go any further. Get that or not? So it will not work that way. What simple request is, you read something, what did you understand? You read something, what did you understand? Sir, I understood this, but this is one thing which I did not understand. That's a request. और कोई नहीं, आपके questions all are invited. और KBC ना करें, KBC ना करें, ठीक है? वहां पर लिखा हुआ है, NCERT में लिखा हुआ है, NCERT में इसकी डेफिनेशन लिखी हुई है कि हाइग्रोस्कोपिक, और पहली बात तो इन्होंने हाइड्रोस्कोपिक लिखा तो वो भी केयरलेस है. हाइग्रोस्कोपिक न्यूक्लियाई. They said for water to condense in the atmosphere, for water to condense, a suitable surface is needed, otherwise water will not condense. A suitable surface is needed, otherwise water will not condense. And that surface upon which water will condense and form a drop, that surface, that point is called a hygroscopic nuclei. ठीक है? And then they said, let us look at examples. अब ये simple sentence है, sir I did not understand. What did you understand? पहले तो आप ये बताइए. अगर NCERT simple English लिखती है कि for water to condense, water cannot condense in thin air, it requires a surface. ठीक है? It also tells, everyone please pay attention, water vapor will turn into liquid water only at a temperature. And what is that temperature? You cool it to dew point, or also called as condensation point. True? Water vapor will turn into that. So everyone please understand, you are in a bathroom. Okay, you are in a bathroom. And bathroom has water vapor in it. Sir, how did water vapor come? You were taking bath, hot water, geyser water. Bathroom mein geyser tha, hot water. Will there be steam or not? So is there vapor or not? True. But the steam is there. In order for that to condense, the temperature must cool down. And if the temperature is 10 degrees Celsius, and your bathroom temperature is 15 degrees Celsius, so vapor will remain like that. Get that? But now what happens is, everyone please pay attention. Now what happens is, in your bathroom, the mirror which you have, the mirror has become cold, and the mirror's temperature is 10 degrees Celsius. So if steam comes in contact with the mirror, what will happen on the mirror? Sir, it will start sort of blur, foggy. मैं साहित्य नहीं पढ़ा रहा हूँ. I am not teaching साहित्य. I am teaching geography. So please use the word condensation. Sir, blur हो जाएगा. Sir, उसके दिल में मेरे लिए मैल आ जाएगी. ऐसे शायरी मत करो यार. जो बात कर रहे हैं, please get that. इतना पढ़ाने के बाद अगर आपको कॉन्टेक्स्ट नहीं समझ में आ रहा कि भाई टीचर पढ़ा रहा है तो क्या हो जाएगा? सर उस पर ना ये हो जाएगा, फिर मैं ये बनाऊंगा अपनी फिंगर से, फिर ये आएगा, फिर वो आएगा, फिर कहाँ हो, मैं NCERT पढ़ रहा हूँ. सो कैन वी कट द नॉनसेंस? बैठ के क्या हो जाएगा मिरर को? सर ब्लर हो जाएगा. मिरर को हार्ट अटैक नहीं आएगा. So everyone remember, this class is not for shairi, this class is not for literature, this class is for geography, and we are talking condensation, 10 degrees Celsius. Sir, it is cold, so what will happen? It will condense. So please get this very, very straight. The water will not condense if there is not suitable surface. Get that? True or not? प्रियंका, जो मैं समझा रहा हूं मैं उस पर बात कर रहा हूं. मैं कमेंट पढ़ने बंद कर दूंगा. फिर जो कमेंट है उसको पहले समझिए. आप टेंजेंटली चलते रहेंगे तो उसका फायदा नहीं होगा. डू वी गेट दैट? नाउ NCERT says if your mirror has doubt, तो बेटा कभी भी हो सकता है. आप ये बताइए ना, ट्रेन भी तो अपने स्टेशन पे टाइम से आती है कि नहीं आती है? ऐसा तो नहीं है कि आप स्टेशन पहुंचे और ट्रेन आ जाएगी. जो बात चल रही है उसको तो कर लें यार. आप डाउट था, आपने डाउट पूछा, वो चला गया ऊपर, अब मैं नहीं देख पाया, सॉरी, क्या करें, है ना, फिर आपको आपका डाउट मिस हो जाएगा. डू यू वांट दैट टू हैपन? So there are first 5 minutes where doubts were taken. Doubts, please, everyone, and especially people who are listening to recording, you miss that opportunity for raising doubts. Your first 5 minutes are for the doubt. उसमें अपने questions raise करें. ये hygroscopic raise हुआ था, that is why it is being dealt with. So everyone, if the mirror is absolutely clean, yes. First of all, mirror acts as a surface. Mirror acts as a surface, yes or no? And if there is a dust particle on the mirror, the water will condense on that. Have you seen a leaf early in the morning? Have you seen a drop there going on that? What is this? इसे ही तो dew drop कहते हैं. That means at night the atmosphere cooled to a temperature which went below dew point and the thing. अब now honestly tell me, have you seen a leaf in the morning with dew? Doesn't the dew come like this? Or is it flow of water? The dew comes like small little droplets on that. Why? Because for water to condense, what was needed? Hygroscopic nuclei were needed. Do we get that? For water to condense or ice to form. Remember, water will condense at what temperature? Vapor will condense at what temperature? Dew point. Get that? Liquid water will freeze at what temperature? Freezing point. Water can be in 3 states, no? Vapor, liquid, solid, ice. So 2 temperatures are needed. From vapor to liquid, what is the temperature? Dew point. From liquid to solid ice, what is the temperature? Freezing point. Both the time you have to cool it. Is everyone okay? Simple science, 10th ki science. This simple 10th standard science. So you are cooling it. If you cool it to what point? Dew point, vapor will turn into liquid. If you cool it to freezing point, the liquid will turn into ice. But it will not happen until and unless what is not there? Suitable surfaces are not there. Suitable surface for vapor to condense is called hygroscopic nuclei. For water to condense for ice is called freezing nuclei. I hope next time ऐसे random question को मैं reject कर सकता हूँ, मैंने पहले ही बता दिया. अगर डेफिनेशन वाला खेल खेलोगे तो ये क्लास कैन स्टार्ट विद अ लिस्ट ऑफ 500 वर्ड्स. सर प्लीज एक्सप्लेन. दिस इज नो टीचिंग. ऐसा ना आपने कभी स्कूल में किया, और ये होटल तो है नहीं, ऑनलाइन क्लास है सर, मैंने अकेडमी ज्वाइन किया तो मैं ये करने वाला हूँ. नेक्स्ट टाइम डोंट डू दैट. आज किया सेकंड क्लास है, दैट्स ओके. ये वाला जो खेल खेल रहे हैं कि सर हम जो है कॉपी पेन रंग देंगे, उसमें मार्क कर देंगे, आपका काम है सर, यू फाइंड आउट, दैट इज देयर. सिलेबस कभी होगा ही नहीं, देयर नोबडी कैन टीच यू भाई. और नंबर 1, टेल मी वेयर डिड यू एवर गेट अ लिबर्टी लाइक दिस? अपनी लाइन को, और उसके बाद कौन सी किताब पढ़ रहे हो भाई? अभी तो तुम्हारा मिरर ब्लर हो रहा है. तुमने वो किताब पढ़नी शुरू की जो नहीं पढ़नी चाहिए, और उसकी लाइन लगा के मुझे भेज दी कि सर समझाओ. बड़ी प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी भाई. Yes or no? So can I set this rule that the question is you read something. ये वाला मुझे समझ में आया. जिसने भी क्वेश्चन पूछा था, I think on the Telegram this person has asked the question and this person said कि ये मेरी समझ में आया, sir please explain. I said I'll explain in the class. Makes sense? My promise. Any reasonable question which shows that you have really tried to put in some efforts will be really done that. Okay? So my promise stays for that. Is everyone okay? So ये वाला क्वेश्चन हम ले रहे हैं. अदर क्वेश्चन जिन्होंने आज पूछा है, the world does not end here. कल पूछ लेना. कब पूछेंगे? स्टार्टिंग के 5 minutes. 5 कम लग रहा है तो 10 minutes तक अलाउ करूंगा. Is everyone okay? So that will help our class. So we'll be looking at that. Everyone, so let us talk about heating, and this is about advection and convection. I will be talking about this. ये दो मैं भी छोड़ रहा हूँ. राखी हैं या शैन, जो भी हैं ये, आप इसको प्लीज अपने फॉर्मेट में पूछिए. और यहाँ पे सर्विस पर डिड यू गेट दैट बेटा? ये एक एक्सेप्शन है जो आपने देखा. इसका प्लीज बताइए कि कहाँ से आप देख रहे हैं, क्या देख रहे हैं, तो फिर बेटर आंसर हो जाएगा. ये जो किसी ने पूछा फॉर दिस डायग्राम विल बी मेड इन द क्लास. ठीक है, सर्वेश्वर एनसीईआरटी नहीं, एनसीईआरटी में भी तो कोई स्पेशल चीज लिखी होगी ना, क्यों बता रहा है वो भी तो बताएगा. हर जगह पे तो रूल नहीं अप्लाई होता ना सर. एनसीईआरटी, कुछ लोग ऐसे, सर मेरा तो क्वेश्चन एनसीईआरटी से था सर, तो मेरा तो आंसर करो. अरे भाई, तो क्वेश्चन में क्या था वो तो पूछोगे, या क्वेश्चन में कुछ भी बोल दोगे? सर एनसीईआरटी पेज नंबर 115 एंड दिस डायग्राम एक्सप्लेन. देयर हैज टू बी अ कॉन्टेक्स्ट. व्हाई यू आर asking the question, where did you read it, किस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में आया, is it an exception, is it a rule? That is what you have to look at. So this diagram we will be making. Oh देखो, सर्वेश्वर तो मान ही नहीं रहा है. सर्वेश्वर, do you think the teacher is a fool? Sir, the topic was world distribution of rainfall. Sarveshwar, will you please not understand that I know that this is a question on rainfall distribution? Sarveshwar, did you even think that I'm saying this is an exception? So everyone, can I reject this question? ये मानने को तैयार नहीं है. सर्वेश्वर, पेज नंबर भी बता दोगे तो क्या कर लूंगा सर. पेज नंबर 111 पे अब बताओ क्या है. मैंने पैसा दिया सर, फीस दिया, चलो पैसा वसूल. क्या बात कर रहे हैं अभी पूरा. डिड आई नॉट एक्सप्लेन कि भाई दिस इज एन एक्सेप्शन, और ये कहीं पर कोई बेल्ट नहीं है, एक एक्सेप्शन को जबरदस्ती कर रहे हैं, तो भाई करके ही मानेंगे. सर रिजेक्ट कर दीजिए. सॉरी सर्वेश्वर सर, आप तो छोड़ दीजिए. सर मैंने तो पहले ही छोड़ दिया था. सॉरी ना कहो यार, व्हेन यू डोंट इवन मीन दैट सॉरी. 4 बार तो बता दिया. सर्वेश्वर सर पेज भी बता दो, पेज नंबर. ये बहुत बढ़िया है यार. पूरी क्लास रोक के अपना सारा पॉइंट नहीं समझ के कि भाई दिस इज एन एक्सेप्शन समवेयर, प्लीज टेल मी व्हाई दिस एक्सेप्शन वेयर. सर स्टॉप द क्लास, प्लीज लुक एट एनसीईआरटी, प्लीज लुक एट दैट. सो दिस इज द सेकंड क्लास. आई अंडरस्टैंड दैट यू हैव दैट. कैन वी से दैट हम ये बचपना छोड़ सकते हैं फॉर द क्लास टू कंटिन्यू? क्लास किस चीज पर होने वाली है? क्लास इज गोइंग टू बी अबाउट दिस: टेम्परेचर, हीट बजट, मॉइस्चर एंड ह्यूमिडिटी, होम असाइनमेंट एंड home assignment, this is going to be there. Is everyone okay with that? So everyone, let us talk about heat first. What is my understanding of heat? Heating of the planet. So first of all, the planet has heat. Yes. But what are the possible sources of heat for the planet? Sources. Just some guesses. Most people are writing sun. Why not the heat inside the earth? Earth also has heat in its interior. No, Dhruv, that's absolutely wrong. All these people who are saying terrestrial and all that, you have not read anything. You have not read anything, or whatever you've read, your understanding is very, very low. Get that? Sun, meteor, star, आशुतोष ने ये भी बोल दिया. When you have too much of fried stuff, then also पेट में heat होती है. वो वाली बात नहीं कर रहे. ठीक है? तो एक जो आ रही है वो सन से आ रही है और एक inside the earth geothermal. दो ही heat के sources हैं. Is everyone okay? These are the sources of heat. This was sources of heat for the planet. For the planet. इस heat को क्या कहते हैं? The heat which is inside the earth. This is the heat which was trapped inside the earth when earth was molten. Is everyone with me? जब earth पिघली हुई थी at the start origin of earth, the heat was trapped in that. So इसके लिए in my coming classes I will be using the term residual heat. चलेगा? What is residual heat? So on a winter night in Delhi you were sleeping in your रजाई quilt, yes or no? And night 2 o'clock 3 o'clock आपको suddenly nature's call, तो अब उठना तो पड़ेगा, रजाई से निकलेंगे, yes or no? You will come out of the quilt and you will close the quilt and you will go, and when you come back from the bathroom you want to get inside the quilt. रजाई में घुसेंगे, warm होती है ना? Is it still warm? Is the quilt still warm? तो क्या है? Residual heat. So earth had a lot of heat inside it that was trapped at the time of the creation or formation of earth, and that heat is still inside. That is residual heat. Number one. Is everyone okay? Second thing about residual heat, और ये सारे heat से related, everything that you must know about temperature associated inside earth outside, वो सब आज clear हो जाएगा. You can ask any question on that. ठीक है? Doubt होगा तो पूछ लेना. Another thing that is there inside the earth are radioactive elements. है radioactive elements like uranium. So do you know what is a nuclear reactor do? Uranium टूट जाता है दो चीजों में. Yes. ठीक है? And it breaks into smaller ones and energy releases. Can I say? खुशी इसलिए कह रहा हूं, ध्यान दो. टूट जाता है तो फ्यूजन वर्ड नहीं होगा, फिजन होगा. फिजन. मुझे पता है कि बीच बीच में कुछ भी लिख देंगे आप, वो क्लास का फ्लो भी तोड़ेगा. दैट्स ओके. ना भी कि संलयन नहीं होगा, संलयन फ्यूजन होता है. सो फिजन हो रहा है. सो देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ फिजन. आई वुड वांट टू कॉल दिस एज, साइंस में कहते हैं रेडियोएक्टिव डीके. रेडियोएक्टिव मटेरियल वो टूटता रहता है, रेडियोएक्टिव डीके होता रहता है, एंड देन व्हाट हैपेंस? हीट इज जनरेटेड. कैन आई से दो सोर्स हैं अपने पास, रेसिडुअल हीट एंड रेडियोएक्टिव डीके. Is everyone clear about this? ये चीज हमेशा के लिए बांध लो. These are right in the beginning classes. ये geomorphology में भी this will help you. What is the heat source? Sir, one is at the time of origin, other is radioactive material that is giving. So what gives heat to the volcano? Sir, ये और कुछ नहीं. Though in Greek mythology there was this Vulcan, the god of fire, Vulcan. उसको गुस्सा आता है तो volcano आता है. वो सब mythology हटा दे. Greek mythology, the Chinese mythology, the Indian mythology, वो सब interesting stories है. बीच बीच में वो भी लेकर आएंगे. But scientifically is everyone okay? Perfect. Now when we are talking about, this is about planet Earth. Now we are talking about atmosphere of Earth. Who heats the atmosphere? So the source of this is sun's radiations, which are called insolation. This one has a very minor or insignificant contribution. Is everyone okay? ये clear हो गया? So sun is sending something to us. Is everyone okay? यहाँ तक clear? So I'm going step by step. I'll keep it basic and I'll take it to advanced level also. Somebody asked me, sir, isotherms ऊपर नीचे कैसे जाते हैं? ऊपर नीचे नहीं होता, pole word and equator word. I will do that also. Everything will come. Everything will come. But I want to start from a scratch because looking at your questions, I know there are doubts, and I want to keep those doubts intelligently cleared at the very basics. But at the same time, as I requested, all your questions will be answered provided they are showing me that कि आपने अपना homework तो उस पे कर लिया. That's all I'm saying. Okay, everyone, please pay attention. Next slide, which I'm creating for you. And if you want, you can jot also. I hope you are putting those jottings also. This is sun. This is earth. Sun sends out what? Sun sends out something called as EM waves, electromagnetic radiations. Is everyone okay? Science, little bit of science. Electromagnetic radiations होती हैं. इनमें क्या क्या होता है? You know, ultraviolet rays, visible light, infrared rays, microwave. ऐसा सुना है? The spectrum, the whole spectrum. ये भी बना दो once and for all, so that जिनको थोड़ा साइंस में भी दिक्कत है तो वो हो जाएगा. So बीच में क्या है? Vibgyor, remember? विजिबल लाइट, व्हाइट लाइट. इधर क्या है? इंफ्रारेड. इधर क्या है? माइक्रोवेव्स. और ये क्या है? रेडियो वेव्स. इज एवरीवन ओके? ट्रू. नवीन शॉर्ट और लॉन्ग ना करो. अभी तुम्हारी शॉर्ट और लॉन्ग भी कर देंगे. पहले नॉमेनक्लेचर हो रहा है, वेवलेंथ ऑफ फ्रीक्वेंसी. मेरी साइंस टेस्ट ना करो, हिला डालूंगा फिर मैं साइंस भी. इसको क्या बोलते हैं? यूवी रेज। इनको क्या बोलेंगे? इधर क्या होते हैं? एक्स रेज। और इधर क्या होते हैं? गामा रेज। सो ये सब आ रहा है हमारे पास। कैन यू टच देम? कैन यू टच एनी ऑफ देम? कैन वी टच देम? No, we cannot touch them. What are these? These are radiations. These are radiations. Perfect. Does sun send something which we can touch? कुछ मैटर भी आता है? Does matter come from sun? Think. Whatever you know, right wrong चिंता नहीं करो. Right wrong चिंता नहीं करो. बिल्कुल गलत है प्रसून, photon. Absolutely wrong. ठीक है? So I want to tell you, sun also sends matter. Sun also sends matter. Heat considered as matter. Absolutely wrong, Devesh. Matter आते हैं. Matter आते हैं. Neutrons, alpha particles, beta particles. Yes, they are sent towards all solar system, and this comes in form of, इसको बोलते हैं solar plasma. Is everyone okay? This is called solar plasma. So sun sends solid as well as radiation. So please get that. और ये कब आता है? When does it come? When there are storms on the surface of sun, we call them solar flares. Flares or storms. Remember, I told you on the very first orientation class. In the very first orientation class, I told you that I need not to be a scientist, but I have them as my friend. So astrophysicists tell me कि सन से रेडिएशन भी आती है और मैटर भी आता है, एंड द मैटर इज कॉल्ड सोलर प्लाज्मा. मैटर को क्या बोलते हैं? सोलर प्लाज्मा बोलते हैं. उसमें क्या होते हैं? न्यूट्रॉन, अल्फा, बीटा पार्टिकल्स होते हैं, सब कुछ होता है. ट्रू? इज एवरीवन ओके? शेख इज सेइंग कॉस्मिक डस्ट. नो बेटा, कॉस्मिक डस्ट इज द वर्ड यूज्ड फॉर हाइड्रोजन हीलियम, जिससे वो बनता है, स्टार बनता है. वो कॉस्मिक डस्ट है, वो अलग है. ये क्या है? सोलर प्लाज्मा, सोलर फ्लेयर से आता है. ठीक है? कौन से स्टॉर्म्स होते हैं? दीज आर कॉल्ड मैग्नेटिक स्टॉर्म्स ऑन द सरफेस ऑफ सन. इज एवरीवन ओके? सो कॉस्मिक डस्ट नहीं बोलेंगे, सोलर प्लाज्मा विल बी कॉल्ड. इज एवरीवन ओके? नाउ सोलर प्लाज्मा और सोलर फ्लेयर सेम. बेटा सोलर फ्लेयर में जो मटेरियल आता है उसको सोलर प्लाज्मा बोलते हैं. आधे लोग तो ऐसे बांध के बैठे, भाई इससे ज्यादा ना पढ़ना पड़ जाए. फ्लेयर क्या होता है? लपट. लपट, लपट हिंदी में अगर बोले तो सन की लपट. लपट में क्या निकला? लपट में निकला प्लाज्मा. प्लाज्मा किससे बना है? न्यूट्रॉन से बना है. सर दोनों सेम है क्या? सर एकदम लिख लूं? सर ये फ्लेयर और स्टॉर्म सेम होता है? नहीं, स्टॉर्म मतलब तूफान. तूफान में निकलती लपट. इज एवरीवन ओके? एक तो डरना बंद करो. डर के मारे क्या होता है? सब लिख ले भाई, सब लिख ले. अब किसी ने कहा सर हिंदी में बता दो. सोलर प्लाज्मा हिंदी में भी प्लाज्मा लिखोगे. I simply said solid matter आएगा, that is called plasma. Is everyone okay? True. Radiations are coming, light is coming, and matter is coming. The problem is, if you are standing, everyone, if you are standing and strong wind is blowing, no problem. Yes. If you're standing, strong wind with a lot of sand is blowing, is it a problem or not? Will sand hit you? Yes. And if it is pressurized sand, compressed air के साथ मार रहा हो तो sand can actually injure you. Yes or no? These particles can really injure our atmosphere. These particles can really injure our atmosphere. They can actually wash off the atmosphere. Somebody asked me why this process did not happen on other planets. I want to tell you, जो degassing बताया था कल, degassing happened on other planets also. Degassing happened on other planets also. But solar flares ने सबको wash off कर दिया. किसको wash off कर दिया? Mercury washed off. Venus washed off. But वो और निकालता जा रहा है. Can you produce more? That's there. Mars washed off. Earth not washed off. So yesterday I sent you a video. Who stops this? Who stops this? An invisible shield. What is that shield called? Earth's magnetic field. Okay? So your brother, your father, your mother, your brother, your father, your mother throws a slipper at you. Sir, मेरे पापा ने कभी जूता नहीं मारा. अच्छा ठीक है. Okay, throws a ball at you. Yes. And you don't know how to catch, and it is about to hit you, the slipper or the ball. What do? You pick up a pillow and defend yourself or not? किसी चीज से will you defend or not? Can I say there is an invisible pillow, cushion, which is protecting us from these? So how can this protect? Okay. Somebody asked me a question in the beginning. वो 5 मिनट में किसी ने आज क्वेश्चन पूछा है. Sir, why do radio wave, ये रहा radio wave, remember? Radio wave get reflected from the ionosphere. So this is all invisible happening. Let me remind you of something invisible which you have experienced and never wanted to question. You understand that it is possible. Have you played with magnets in childhood? Have you played with magnets in childhood? Sometimes the magnet sticks and sometimes it pushes away. Yes or no? चुंबक से खेला ना? चुंबक कभी-कभी आपस में धकेलती है, नहीं धकेलती? Yes or no? So can I say there is a field? There is a field. Yes or no? There is a field always. So field will allow only that to be there. तो field रहता है. So everyone, what is ionosphere made up of? Ions and positive charge. Yes or no? तो जब आपके रेडियो वेव जाते हैं तो पॉजिटिव चार्ज उनको पुश करता है और वो बेंड कर जाते हैं. इनविजिबल पुश इज देयर, जस्ट लाइक अ मैग्नेट विल पुश. नो, तो वो उसको पुश करता है एंड इट बेंड्स, एंड बेंडिंग की वजह से इट विल मूव अवे. साइंटिफिकली स्पीकिंग, साइंटिफिकली ये बेंडिंग है. बेंडिंग को क्या कहते हैं? रिफ्रैक्शन. रिफ्रैक्शन. So actually what happens to the radio waves? They get refracted. But हम उन्हें क्या कहते हैं? Normal parlance में, normal discussion, what do we say? They get reflected. Is everyone okay? तो बेंड हो रहा है। समझ में आया बेंड क्यों हो रहा है? ओके, सो बचपन में खेलते थे, यू टेक अ पेपर एंड पुट अ बॉल बेयरिंग ऑन दैट, और नीचे से मैग्नेट से हिला रहे हो, तो विल द बॉल मूव और नॉट? इज इट मैजिक और इज इट इन द फील्ड? इज इट मैजिक और इट इज बिकॉज ऑफ द मैग्नेटिक फील्ड? एवरीवन अंडरस्टैंड्स फील्ड? तो ऐसा है। तो all these particles which are coming on this, when they strike this pillow, pillow is charged, magnetic field is there, the field says hello, not allowed. Mr. Particle, you are here, not allowed, bend, they will get bent. In any case, are we saved or not? Are we saved? We are saved. True. Now this one says मैं तो सीधा आया हूं head on, अब बताओ कहां bend करोगे? I am not bending. Then you say okay, no problem, if you are not bending. Now tell me everyone, there is flood water coming towards your house, or very water coming towards your house, and your house is here. Get that? If you create a furrow, ऐसे एक नाली बना दो on that slope, will all that water which was coming towards you will go in this furrow and get deviated? Yes or no? आप बच गए कि नहीं? Simple imagination लगा रहा हूं मैं. The water which is coming towards you, can you create a furrow and cause the water to get deviated? Yes or no? So magnetic field is going to tell this कि भाई you bend, so we are safe. But if you do not bend, well, I allow you to move in this channel. This is my magnetic field line. So where are you allowed? You can go towards Earth's poles. And remember, Earth's pole around 100 kilometer to 400 kilometer, we have the thermosphere, nitrogen and oxygen molecules. What happens to nitrogen and oxygen molecules? कल बताया था, they get ionized. Is everyone okay? Accumulate नहीं बताया था बच्चे, ionized. Is everyone understanding or not? I am connecting from yesterday's class. If you missed yesterday's class, तो हो सकता है कि ये आपको ना पता चला. कल की क्लास में ऐसा बात हुआ था, ionization will happen. And then what is formed? Aurora are formed. So कल किसी ने कहा सर अर्थ पर like those things are coming, वो तो इंडिया पर भी होता होगा सर, this is India, इंडिया पर क्यों नहीं दिख रहा है ऑरोरा? इंडिया पर भी तो हो रहा है. तो देखो बेटा, जो हो रहा है ना वो कहां पे जा रहे हैं? Where are they pushed? Most of the concentration, where is it happening? On the poles. Is everyone okay? ठीक है? अच्छा, tell me one thing. Simple question. People who have lived in North India, in winters, when you breathe, can you see your breath or not? ऐसे कहते हैं, can you see it or not? But is it a guarantee that on that day your city will have fog? No sir. Fog will require more moisture. Fog will require more moisture and very cold condition. But in the winters, can your breath show? वो तो है ना, वो तो है. So what I am trying to say is, अगर थोड़ा बहुत हो भी रहा है, ion formation हो रहा है, but that is not that significant, and the release of those colored light is not that significant कि आपको aurora की तरह दिखाई दे. Where is it concentrated? This is concentrated over there. That's why you're able to see that. So yesterday some people were asking that question. I hope on the Telegram channel you saw the video being shared. उससे काफी कुछ clear हुआ होगा. Is everyone okay? तो कल हमने फिर भी शेयर किया था, and I said will be discussed in the class. So those questions will be discussed. Is everyone okay? What is coming from the sun? Where is the heat? Heat is coming from the sun. अच्छा, heat का भी ध्यान देना है. Not everything from the sun is causing heat. Which component is causing heat? Infrared causes heat. Microwave, आप food microwave करते, popcorn बनाते microwave में, वो भी heat करता है. Yes or no? So there are some components which can cause heat. There are some components which have other things. So please everyone, this part from white to infrared to microwave to radio waves, this part is non-dangerous. Why non-dangerous? Because it is low frequency. Low frequency, it is low energy. Cannot penetrate. But X-rays and UV rays and gamma rays, they can penetrate. These are high frequency. So in the quality, we need protection against them. We need protection against them because they can penetrate. X-ray, can it penetrate through your flesh and give you a picture of your bones? Yes. Gamma radiations during a nuclear bomb can further cause a lot of damages, which we are talking about. True or not? So sun is sending them, and nature has got something, some preventions are there, and many things are there. Say for example, ultraviolet radiations are caught by ozone. X-ray and gamma is less in amount, but definitely less amount be dangerous. True or not? So too much of exposure should also not be there. So that's what we are talking about. Is everyone okay with this? Basic science I have given to you. Is everyone okay with the heat part of it and the light part of it? और जो लोग short wave और long wave कहते हैं, so high frequency and wavelength are inversely proportional. इसको short wave कहा जाता है, and low frequency are called long waves. So long waves not a problem. Short waves are more penetrative. Whichever way you remember, this is not geography. What have I taught you? क्या पढ़ाया मैंने? थोड़ा सा साइंस पढ़ाया. Is everyone okay? True. अब हम आ जाते हैं atmosphere की heating. So can I say this is the primary source? Can I say your teacher, that is me, I am the primary source for your geography learning? Can I say that? I am the primary source. But can I say books are also a source? Can I say PYQ is also a source? True or not? Can I say your discussion with your friends are also source? Can I say these sources are secondary sources? So atmosphere is heated through primary as well as secondary sources. Is everyone okay? So change in what will make a bigger difference? Primary source or secondary source? Change in what will make a bigger difference? So primary source. अगर आपने primary change कर दिया तो गड़बड़ है. If the sun goes off, sun चला गया छुट्टी पर. Yes or no? Sun switches off. अब कर लो जो भी करना है, atmosphere heating, nothing will happen. Yes or no? But secondary source. What can be a secondary source? जल्दी से बताइए atmosphere में what can be a secondary source? Can I say altitude? Can I say altitude is a secondary source? You are in the tropical area, but because of height there is ice. Altitude possible. What else? What else? Geothermal heat. Okay, taken. What else? Ocean currents. Oh yes, ocean currents taken. Wind taken. Sir, carbon dioxide, global warming taken. Yes or no? ये जितने लोग लैटिट्यूड लिख रहे हो, लैटिट्यूड ही तो सन है. सन की रेज ही तो है, वही तो प्राइमरी है. व्हाट डज लैटिट्यूड डू? वो तो उसी से कर रहा है ना, सन से तो कनेक्टेड है. कुछ ही सेइंग डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन ऑफ लैंड एंड वाटर. वेरी गुड. वेजिटेशन. वेरी गुड. AP is saying land breeze, sea breeze. मैं बोला wind. Prasoon, you are saying earth curvature. Earth curvature will be connected to sun only, no? So everyone who's listening to me, can you see that you have some idea? सबके पास कुछ ना कुछ आइडिया है. All of you are not fools. So if I assume that you are fools, तुम्हें कुछ नहीं आता, तब गड़बड़ हो जाएगी. Yes or no? But at the same time, if you believe that you are fools, you don't know anything, that's also a problem. So let us both avoid this mistake of considering you as a fool. I as a teacher will not consider you are a fool. You as a student will not consider I am a fool. मुझे तो कुछ नहीं आता. कुछ तो आता है. Yes. Okay. So primary and secondary, did we understand? Correct. One more thing. Mr. Sun is sending the heat. Okay. There is a wall in front of the sun. All points on the wall are x kilometers from the sun. What will be the temperature? T1, T2, T3. What will be the temperature? Same or different? Same, sir. But Earth is not a wall. Earth is a curved surface. So what will happen? Earth will receive the sun rays like this. Yes or no? True. Is everyone okay with this? And let us assume if Earth does not have a tilt. Assuming if Earth does not have a tilt. Everyone okay? Can I say equator will have sunlight perpendicular to the surface, but higher latitude, the surface and sunlight will have a different angle. Angle 1 is something, angle 2 and angle 3. Yes or no? And what is the surface at the poles? Poles, it is like this. And how is the sunlight? Sunlight is also like this. So what is the angle actually parallel? Here, what is it? Perpendicular. So 90 degrees and 0 degrees. So as one goes towards the pole, what happens to this angle? This angle is called angle of incidence. शॉर्ट तब का जो कोण बनता है, ये कोण की बात है. कोण 90 डिग्री का है, 0 डिग्री का है. एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंस चेंज करता है कि नहीं करता है? किससे चेंज करता है? विद लैटिट्यूड. Will it change? So where will we get more heat? More heat will come at equator. Is everyone okay? ये समझ में आ गया? So the belt where angle of incidence is high, वहां पे बहुत heat रहेगी. So generally this is the area, normally the heat is high. This is the tropical belt. Equator 30 degrees, 35 degrees, 36 degrees, 36 to 36. मान के चलो काफी heat रहेगी. Yes or no? There will be a lot of heat. But thereafter what happens? Heat will reduce. Heat will reduce. So is angle of incidence a very important aspect, and is it connected to the sun itself, the primary source? So our atmosphere is heated by the sun, but sun's heat is not reaching all latitudes uniformly. समान नहीं रूप से पहुंचती है. ये देशांतर के साथ बदल जाती है. This changes with देशांतर नहीं, sorry, अक्षांश के साथ बदल जाती है. It changes with latitude. तो अक्षांशीय वितरण बदल जाता है. Is everyone okay with that? Clear? इसमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं. To make matters worse, Earth's axis is tilted. Yes or no? So equator is like this. So right now, this is the situation of summer in which hemisphere? The southern hemisphere. Yes or no? Southern hemisphere means this will have the pole, this area will have 6 months of day, whereas this will have 6 months of night. कैन आई अप्रिशिएट ऑल स्टूडेंट्स हु आर लिसनिंग टू मी बिकॉज ऑफ द फाउंडेशन. आप ये डे नाइट समझते हैं, ठीक है. प्रियंक सीजन की हम बात नहीं कर रहे, हम सिर्फ ये बात कर रहे हैं सन इज द प्राइमरी सोर्स बट योर लैटिट्यूड विल चेंज द हीट दैट इज देयर. ट्रू. So insolation is important. Insolation mixed with angle of incidence. Is everyone okay? Okay. The amount of geography you learn, is it a function of the geography which I know? Yes or no? आप जितनी geography सीखोगे उसका कारक एक ये भी होगा कि मैं कितनी जानता हूं. Yes or no? My knowledge of geography will matter or not? So Earth's heating, atmospheric heating, will depend upon the sun. True. Number one. Second, will your learning of geography also depend upon the Unacademy platform, your app working properly? Your app is always giving you problem. कल किसी ने पूछा था, I think GS में one student asked, sir, I am the iconic subscriber, but my app is not opening on mobile. It is opening on computer. Yes or no? Will it impact or not? Okay. So I want to tell you, between you and sun, between you and I, there is an app. Can I say between sun and earth there is space? True. Can I say the transparency of the space will also decide the heat reaching us? So what do you mean by transparency of the space? There is galactic dust. Too much of dust coming in between? Yes or no? Just if a cloud comes between you and sun, do you feel comfortable or not? Less heat or not? So ऐसे ही है, space में dust है. If there are phases of more dust, how can more dust come? अरे meteor shower चल रहा है यार, बहुत सारे दिख रहे हैं. Possible or not? तो imagination बढ़ानी पड़ेगी. True. And we also have, Earth is not naked. Earth has put a cloth on it, a cloth of gases. What is that cloth called? Sir, atmosphere, sir. Atmosphere transparency will also matter or not? Sir, atmosphere is always transparent. Yes, but there is invisible gas which can control the heat. Carbon dioxide, it is invisible. Yes or no? But can it control the heat? Water vapor, can it create clouds? Dust, can it be there? Yes or no? Have you heard that because of volcano eruption, there are times when lot of dust has been there and that dust cuts the sun insolation coming to us and that is called global dimming. Sir, मैंने तो warming ही सुना है. आज नया word दे दिया, क्या है? Global dimming. What is dimming? ठंडा हो जाना. कब हो जाता है? When the atmosphere has dust in it and it does not allow the sun rays to come inside. Is everyone okay? Simple सा topic चल रहा है. Heating of earth. How many players are involved? Sun is involved, space is involved, atmosphere is involved, and even our earth is involved. Earth itself, in the belly, there are a lot of heat. Too many volcanoes, can they impact the atmosphere? Oh yes, sir, they will give out carbon dioxide, they will give out smoke, they will give out ash. Yes or no? बहुत कुछ आ सकता है. So this is the discussion about heating of earth. Sun is the primary factor. But from that, sun's rays itself, because of the earth's spherical shape, because of the earth's tilt, because of the transparency and other things will be there. Yes or no? So rotation and revolution also impact. Well, rotation and revolution, as we said, rotation decides your day and night. But because of the tilt, the duration of day and night is different or not. So duration of your day and night will decide the heat. Regarding revolution, you know that the sun is not in the center of Earth's orbit. The orbit is elliptical, and here is sun. So if Earth is here E1 and Earth is here E2, where do you think Earth will have more heat? E1. E1 को क्या बोलते हैं? Which situation? Perihelion. बताया था? Peri and epi वाला concept. Perihelion. So when Earth is there, कब होता है? 4th Jan को होता है? 3rd Jan को होता है? 3rd या 4th Jan को होता है. True. Is everyone okay? So some of you will be worried. मैंने तो बुक में 3rd लिखा है सर, 4th लिख रहे हैं तो क्या होगा? जुलाई नहीं है बेटा, जैन है. जैन जुलाई इधर. So ये 3 और 4 में कौन सा सही है? Which one is correct? 3rd or 4th? So that means Sachin sir does not know. Yes. When does that thing happen? क्या होता है वो? Solstice याद है? Solstice. When the sun is vertically at equator. क्या डेट होती है मार्च और सितंबर में? 22nd या 23rd या 21st? 21st या 22nd? So मैंने तो 21st याद किया. अच्छा. ईद कौन से दिन आती है? ईद की डेट फिक्स होती है? सर ये ईद तो सर मुस्लिम फेस्टिवल है. हाँ, तो जन्माष्टमी कौन से दिन आती है? हिंदू फेस्टिवल भी तो है. Can it come on 2 days? Can it come on 2 days or not? So it is about the calculation. It is about nautical calculations. So एक दिन ऊपर नीचे हो जाता है, तो इसे जान देने की जरूरत नहीं है. And remember, there are people who are interested in facts only. So when is it? 21st March, 21.5 March, 22 March or 21.75 March? सर मैं स्टेट पीसीएस के लिए पढ़ रहा था. तू किसी के लिए नहीं पढ़ रहा था. तू सिर्फ अटेंशन सीख करने के लिए पढ़ रहा था. ये कहीं नहीं आएगा. 22.5 या 22 1/3. तो सिर्फ इंप्रेस करने के लिए पढ़ रहा था, लेकिन वो इससे इंप्रेस नहीं होगी, डिप्रेस हो जाएगी, ठीक है। सो दिस फैक्ट्स डोंट मेक अ डिफरेंस। इज एवरीवन ओके? सो 3rd और 4th June, January, we have this. So somebody asked me what will be the impact of rotation revolution. Tell me, is this all basic or not? So can you have the ability to connect this? अगर ये कनेक्ट कर लेंगे तो काम बन जाएगा। Everyone with me? तो मैंने बेसिक कर लिया, मैं आगे बढ़ना चाहूंगा एंड लेट अस मूव फर्दर। आज आपके अपडेट सेक्शन में इस पर मटेरियल दिया गया है। So some of you might feel that I have understood everything, but what do I need? What do I read? So 4 pages have been given over there. वो भी डाल दिया गया। So as I promised, material will be there, slides will be there. रेडी? यहाँ पर पढ़ सकते हैं इसको। Primary source is insolation, the incoming solar radiations. Earth intercept only. Now this is coming from NCERT. 1 in 2 billion parts. So imagine if the energy from the sun is 2 billion units, we receive only 1. So it actually means 0.5 parts per billion. Have you heard of this unit, parts per billion? So how much do we get? 0.5. So 0.5. How 0.5 sir? 1. No. If 2 billion में से 1 मिलता है, तो 1 billion में से कितना मिलेगा? Unitary method 0.5. Why so less? Why so less? Why so less? Reflected. Deflection. कोई भी एनसीईआरटी नहीं पढ़ता। इफ यू रीडिंग एनसीईआरटी आंसर मिल जाएगा यार। वो देखो, रेवोल्यूशन ब्रिंग्स सीजन ओनली। बेटा आपके क्वेश्चन से पता चल रहा है आपने फाउंडेशन नहीं किया, बच्चे कर लो, बेकार में क्लास को डिवेट नहीं करते। हाँ बिल्कुल, ऑल द स्टूडेंट्स हु हैव रेड दिस थिंग that is there. So everyone, you went to the ocean and you came back and I said, what did you get? You said 1 bottle of sea water. I said, why only 1 bottle? The ocean was huge. He said, but मेरे पास तो एक ही bottle थी. I had only 1 bottle, no? I could not carry more. So the sun is giving out huge amount of energy. Earth is a tiny speck of dust in front of sun. वो कितना intercept करती है उतना ही करेगी. Earth is nothing. So Earth receives or intercept only a small amount, only 1 in 2 billion. Is everyone okay? Perfect. Now everyone, एक बड़ी interesting चीज है. One very interesting thing. So you become an IS officer. Yes, you go to Labasna, Mussoorie, and Mussoorie they take you to the Himalayan trek. Himalayan trek is like जंगल में रहना, टेंट में रहना, and please tell remember उस दिन बड़ी दिक्कत होती है भाई साहब, अगर पेट में कुछ हुआ तो ओपन डेफिकेशन होने वाली है। yes or no? बॉयज तो बॉयज, गर्ल्स के लिए और बड़ा चैलेंज है। yes, डे इज डे, नाइट में तो इंसेक्ट भी है, स्नेक भी है। बट एनीवेज, with all that pain you finally decided to celebrate and you decided to have a bonfire. Bonfire क्या होता है? लकड़ी जलाएंगे। yes or no? CSE saying snow leopard. CSE, I want to tell you, your geography and environment is weak. स्नो लेपर्ड इज इन लद्दाख, तो ऐसे लद्दाख में नहीं ले जा रहे, मसूरी इज शिवालिक्स, वहां स्नो लेपर्ड नहीं घूमने आ रहा है, ठीक है। अचानक कह रहे हो स्नो लेपर्ड आ जाएगा, नहीं येती आ जाएगा। ये सुनो, जब टेकन फाउंडेशन क्लास सर, आई एम कंफ्यूज दैट इट इज करेक्ट द स्टेटमेंट रेवोल्यूशन ब्रिंग सीजन ओनली। बेटा ये कॉन्टेक्स्ट में पूछ लिया, होता क्या है, क्वेश्चन ऐसे बना दिया, रेवोल्यूशन से सीजन ही आते हैं और रोटेशन से डे एंड नाइट आता है, इसलिए वो कर रहा है। वो ओनली क्यों कर रहा है? दैट पर्सन डजंट नो मच ज्योग्राफी, वो किसी किताब से बना रहा है, तो इन द बुक देयर विल बी रेवोल्यूशन हैपेंस दिस दिस दिस, सो दैट इज व्हाट वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट। गेट दैट? सो प्लीज डोंट वरी अबाउट दैट। Now everyone please understand this. So on that bonfire night, you are sitting very close to the fire and it is, you feel very hot. What do you do? Very hot bonfire, what do you do? You shift a little away. Is everyone okay? You are smart. And you were sitting at a place where you were not feeling the heat. What should you do? You move closer. Simple. So can I say heat source के पास भी जा सकते हैं, दूर भी जा सकते हैं. The heat will be decided by the source of the heat. Okay. So now you started, dancing, you started talking, you were really enjoying, and it is 2 hours. And after 2 hours, everyone feels that the fire is not, like sufficiently giving heat. Is there any alternative? Can we do something? कल्पना कह रही है अंताक्षरी चल रही है, बिल्कुल वहीं पे ट्रांसपोर्ट हो गया कल्पना, लेकिन अब ठंड लग रहा है और उतनी हीट नहीं है, तो क्या करें? Can we do something? Sir, add some more wood. वो देखो, प्रसून ऐड फर्नीचर। हाँ, कपड़े वपड़े आग लगाना शुरू कर दे, कंबल आग लगाना शुरू। लकड़ी ढूंढेगा कि नहीं? कुछ लोग फर्नीचर, जंगल में खाने के लिए नहीं है, पीने के लिए नहीं है, बाकी सबके लिए भी नहीं है, और ये फर्नीचर लेकर आ रहा है। यस, सोफा जलाएगा उधर, तंबू में रह रहा है बेचारा। कुछ लोग टेंट भी जला देना, बट लोकली वुड इज अवेलेबल। नो, आसपास हिली एरिया वुड, सोचो तो सही, ठीक है। ओके एवरीवन प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड। सो जोक्स अपार्ट, आई वांट टू टेल यू, सन इज अ वेरिएबल स्टार। व्हाट डू आई मीन बाय वेरिएबल स्टार? सन की हीट बढ़ती भी है, कम भी हो जाती है। रिमेंबर सोलर फ्लेयर्स, देयर इज अ टाइम व्हेन मोर सोलर फ्लेयर्स आर देयर। So if more solar flares are there, that means more heat will be coming to Earth. There will be times relatively less will come. True or not? So I am a meteorologist. I want to study the heat of the sun. But the problem is the study of heat, the effect of heat of the sun on my atmosphere heating. Yes or no? But the problem is sun's heat keeps on varying. Can you suggest me a solution? I want to see the impact of sun's heat on my atmosphere. Is everyone okay? But the problem is the heat keeps on increasing, decreasing. Is there any way that I can do my work and without getting bothered about this problem? So very smart. Many of you are saying average. Sir, average le lo. Average can be taken or not? Perfect. Thank you. So glad that you were able to think. So what the meteorologists did, they said that the sun's heat keeps on changing. Let us take the high heat, let us take the low heat, divide it by this factor and find the average. So the average value, everyone, average heat of the sun that reaches the outer limit of atmosphere, average heat of the sun, average heat of the sun that reaches the outer limit of atmosphere per unit time, per unit area is called solar constant. To be memorized. Is everyone okay? Definition भी बता दी क्या है, ये भी बता दिया. Why was it needed? Is everyone okay? So 1.94, do we remember that? You can remember around 2 calories. Calorie is unit of energy per square centimeter area, per unit area, per minute, per unit time. Can I say this is the amount of energy, amount of solar energy received at the outer margin of our atmosphere is found to be constant. Constant means average अगर हमने ले लिया, and what is that called? Solar constant. Is everyone okay? समझ में आ गया? NCERT में भी दिया हुआ है. Do you get the importance of this? So because this is going to tell me how atmosphere is going to get heated. Okay, perfect. So what is the factor that is deciding the temperature distribution of atmosphere? Number 1 is the sun and the factors controlling the sun's heat. Number 2 is heat energy transfer. Heat energy transfer. So once the atmosphere has reached the earth, earth is a system of what? Lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere, biosphere, cryosphere. कल बताया था. Yesterday I told you, no, the system lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere, biosphere, cryosphere. Once it is there, उसमें heat change होती है या नहीं होती? Yes or no? Is the heat getting exchanged between land and atmosphere? So वो secondary factors हो जाएगा. With me everyone? Do we understand this? Very basic thing. हमेशा understand करना from the very basic. Where is the heat coming from? Sun and Earth's interior. Atmosphere is heated from the sun. And yesterday I told you that the atmosphere is heated not from the top but from the below, from the Earth's heat. ठीक है? एक बार फिर से बता दूंगा, फिर से बता देता हूँ. This is Earth. This is sun. Sun's insolations are coming. Sun's insolations are coming. This is atmosphere. So how can sun be smaller than Earth, sir? This is very wrong. बाहर देखो sun. You are on Earth. Isn't sun smaller than Earth or not? अगर तुम मजाक कर सकते हो तो मुझे भी आता है. Yes or no? Look outside. Sun is small. It's a ball. हनुमान जी तो went to eat it. Remember that? लड्डू समझ के खाने वाले थे. राहु फेलो तो eats it on the day of this ग्रहण. होता है कि नहीं? राहु केतु सुना है ना तुम? सर सन आपने छोटा बनाया है. तुम्हें मजाक आता है तो मुझे तो बवाल भी आता है. Okay. So what is this? Insolation, incoming solar radiations. So first they reach the atmospheric limit. कितना माल आ रहा है? Remember 1.94 calorie per centimeter square per minute. I hope you are jotting also. The more we write, the more it gets registered. Okay. Now this continues like this because atmosphere does not block it. So atmosphere is transparent. Atmosphere is transparent to what? To short wave, high frequency insolation. Not all kind of radiations, not all radiations, not all radiations, only the incoming ones because they are more penetrative. Correct? But Earth is not transparent. Earth heat ho jayega. So Earth will get heated up. So people who are wondering Earth kaise heat up ho sakta hai yaar? Earth itna bada hai. So have you ever gone to a temple in the sunny day, afternoon में कभी मंदिर जाने का मौका मिला जहाँ चप्पल उतार के अंदर जाना होता है? So you know what happens. दौड़ दौड़ के अपनी जान बचा रहे हो तो पैर बचा कितना बचाएगा? Yes or no? So that is how Earth gets heated. Earth कैसे heat होती है सर? ऐसे होती है. Yes or no? And preferably, so कल्पना सिंह अक्षरधाम. My God, अक्षरधाम is huge. You have to go inside. इसलिए छोटे मंदिर जाना चाहिए दोपहर. Okay, if there was a pond, so now some of you might say, अरे sir, I am not Hindu, I am Muslim, मेरा तो example ही नहीं दिया और Christian example नहीं दिया. कभी तो तुम भी धूप में भागे होंगे यार नंगे पैर. मैं तो मंदिर में इसलिए कह रहा हूँ because you have to take off your slipper. I wanted you to feel that. Feel आता है तो हमेशा याद रहता. That's all. So compared to land, if there was water doesn't get heated up so much. What is so special about water? Water doesn't get heated up. So if there is land, imagine, some of you try doing this on a swimming pool. All the land is very hot, but the swimming pool inside water is there. So some people are saying specific heat, some people are saying molecular space, jala dala, hila dala, pura sab kuch uda dala. Yes or no? I'm saying simple answer. Land is a poor conductor of heat. So ये heat यहीं पर trap है. Land is a poor conductor of heat. ये यहीं पर trap है. But in water, what happens? That heat gets distributed through process called as convection. That is why what you people are saying in science, you're absolutely correct. The specific heat of land is higher than the specific heat of water. I think I wrote it wrong. Yeah, is lower. Specific heat means the heat required to raise the temperature by 1 degree. Land बहुत जल्दी हो जाएगा, लेकिन water में होगा. Did we get that? So water is able to redistribute the heat. Did we get the concept correct? ठीक है. So sir, rays come on the earth in the form of energy that is photon. बेटा ये photon क्यों मार रहा है तब से? Photon क्यों कह रहा है? ये photon कहाँ से ला रहा है? मैंने तो कहीं photon नहीं कहा. ये photon क्यों लेकर आ रहा है? Why are you bringing photon बच्चे? Photon is absolutely wrong. तब से photon use कर रहे हो. क्या चाहत है photon से? What is it? Sun's rays come as form of incoming solar radiations. Incoming solar radiation, उनका शॉर्ट फॉर्म क्या? इंसोलेशन. और किससे बनी है भी बता दिया था मैंने, तो कहीं फोटोन लिखा ही ना बच्चे. Did I write photon anywhere? तो why are you saying photon? That is photon sir, which ray does not come to the earth. पता नहीं क्या ले रहा है. कहाँ पे हो बच्चे? कम बैक, पृथ्वी पर आ जाइए. सर आई रेड इन फिजिक्स. तो बेटा गलत पढ़ा ना. ये थोड़ी ना तुम मेरा बुद्धू बना दोगे कि मैंने फिजिक्स में पढ़ा. तुम आगे न्यूक्लियर फिजिक्स लिख देते तो मैं मान लेता क्या? ये सुनो. सो फोटोन तो नहीं है ना. फोटोन तो लाइट पार्टिकल्स होते हैं, वो तो लाइट पैकेट्स होते हैं, अलग ही चीज होती है. तो मैं भी फिजिक्स ही बता रहा हूँ. मैं कौन सा ये चंपक से पढ़ के आया हूँ. दिस इज ऑल्सो फिजिक्स, ट्रस्ट मी. Manish, I also read from physics only. There only insolation, incoming radiations are there, short wave are there, long wave are there. Photon तो नहीं होता है. हमने ये जरूर कहा था, आपको मैंने कल भी बताया था कि in electron, when an electron jumps to a higher orbit, yes or no, excited state, it has high energy, and when it comes back to the ground state, it releases energy, and that energy is in the form of photon. Photon is a light particle. वो हमने ऐसा बात किया था. So don't try to somewhere intimidate me by saying that I read it in physics book. I also read from physics book only. Generally, history book doesn't explain this. Generally, it doesn't explain otherwise. So light behaves as wave as well as photon. अरे तो वो wave nature and particle, so that is photon तो नहीं होता. तब भी मैंने वो भी physics पढ़ा है. Light behaves as a wave as a particle. क्यों अभिषेक मुझे फंडा दे रहे हो? मैंने भी पढ़ा है ना physics. सबने पढ़ा है. Anyone who's had physics. So wave and particle है ना, dual nature. वही बताना चाह रहे हो. फिर डरा रहा है. क्यों डरा रहे हो? डी ब्रोगली हाइपोथेसिस और कुछ. एच.सी. वर्मा पढ़ी थी पूरी. तो क्या कर रहा है? क्यों इंप्रेस कर रहे हो भाई? नहीं क्यों? मैं तो मनीष से कह रहा हूँ. मनीष वो वाला आइडिया गलत लग रहा है भाई. ये मिल रहा है कि नहीं मनीष, आप बताओ. उसमें फंसना नहीं है बच्चे. बस ये कह रहा हूँ, यू हैव समथिंग, दैट्स ओके. क्वांटम फिजिक्स है ये सब. क्या हो रहा है? ये कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. नथिंग इज हैपनिंग. सनलाइट इज कमिंग. यू आर रेजिस्टिंग इट. लेट द सनलाइट कम. इज एवरीवन ओके? सो मनीष सिर्फ वो फोटोन वर्ड हटाओ, बाकी सब ठीक है. Is everyone okay? तो ठीक है यार, sometimes we get trapped in what we know. तो clarity तो दे सकते हैं. I can give you clarity on that. Everyone with me on this? यहाँ तक clear है? सब समझ में आ रहा है? Now sun heat comes and it heats the land, and it heats the land and water differently. Is that also okay? Land and water gets heated differently. Perfect. कमेंट ऑफ कर दीजिएगा सर. कुछ लोग बहुत टाइम वेस्ट करते हैं. नहीं शाश्वत, कुछ नहीं हो रहा है प्लीज. ऐसे तुमने कमेंट लिखा, तुम्हारा भी ऑफ कर सकता हूं मैं. तो मैं सिर्फ ये कह रहा हूं कि कैन आई चूज नॉट टू, बट आई थॉट दैट इज अ मिस्टेक हैपनिंग. इट्स ओके. मुझे पता है शाश्वत, तुम्हारा टाइम बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. ठीक है, कैन वी मूव फर्दर? देखिए शाश्वत एंड ऑल अदर्स, वेयर अ डाउट इज इररिलेवेंट और अ डाउट विल अननेसेसरली डिविएट अ क्लास, आई रिक्वेस्ट यू विद फोल्डेड हैंड्स. भाई ऐसे मत पूछ. ये है वेयर आई कैन सी समबडी इज कॉट इन दैट, तो आई डू टेल देम दैट दैट इज दैट. तो मनीष का सिर्फ एक जगह पे अटक रहा था, तो आई जस्ट सजेस्टेड दैट इज दैट. अब मैंने उसमें चंपक कह दिया. आई होप यू डिड नॉट गेट ऑफेंडेड. सर चंपक से थोड़ी पढ़ेंगे, फिजिक्स की बुक से पढ़ेंगे. एक ने एच.सी. वर्मा भी कह दिया. इफ यू कैन से एच.सी. वर्मा, तो मैं तो चंपक कह ही सकता हूं. यस. एंड बाय द वे, पीपल हु डोंट नो व्हाट इज चंपक, चंपक इज अ स्टोरी बुक, चिल्ड्रन स्टोरी बुक. यस. चलिए, let us continue. Don't get caught into that. Now, the atmosphere also gets heated. Yes, atmosphere also gets heated. So, how does atmosphere get heated? Atmosphere gets heated from the radiations now which this is giving. So, thoda physics फिर से लेकर आऊं. Everyone, little bit of physics. Every body which has temperature will give out heat and radiations. Get that? True. Hotter bodies will give out more radiations. Cooler bodies will also give out radiation, but less radiations. Is everyone okay? प्रियंका कह रही प्लैंक्स लॉ. प्रियंका अगर पाठक्स लॉ भी होता तो भी ठीक था. डू वी गेट दैट? सो आई एम सेइंग बॉडीज आर गिविंग आउट हीट, एंड दैट हीट इज कमिंग इन द फॉर्म ऑफ रेडिएशंस, एंड बिकॉज दीज आर कमिंग फ्रॉम अर्थ, तो इनको क्या कहते हैं? इनको क्या बोलते हैं? अर्थ रेडिएशंस. अर्थ रेडिएशन को क्या बोला? टेरेस्ट्रियल रेडिएशन. ठीक है, हिंदी इंग्लिश सभी लोग समझ रहे हैं? ऑल द हिंदी एंड द इंग्लिश पीपल, आर यू एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड और नॉट? पार्थिव विकिरण. ठीक है, सो ये विकिरण होता है. दिस इज रेडिएशन. रेडिएशन इज वन वे ऑफ हीट. Another way of heat is that when the atmospheric air which is close to the ground, because of the contact also, it will take the heat. उसको क्या बोलते हैं? कंडक्शन. ठीक है, ये किससे हो गया? चालन से हो गया. एक विकिरण हो गया, दूसरा चालन हो गया. So conduction and radiation, that is also happening. And third thing is, the warm air has a tendency to rise, takes the heat with itself, and ऊपर जाकर क्या हो जाती है? ठंडी हो जाती है. तो ठंडी होकर क्या आएगा? Will come back. This is called convection. Three ways of heat transfer: radiation, conduction, and convection. Is everyone okay? All simple science brought to you so that we can appreciate its application in the atmosphere. School level science. Incoming solar radiations do not heat the atmosphere, they heat the land. ये land को heat करते हैं. और जो outgoing radiations हैं, और conduction और convection, तीन तरह से क्या हो जाता है? What is going to happen? heat exchange will happen. True? So atmosphere is heated by this. ये radiations बाहर नहीं जा पाती. These radiations are not able to go out. सर latent heat of condensation भी बता दो, ये डाउट था. तो जल्दी से बताओ, कौन बताएगा कंडेंसेशन यहाँ पर क्या हो रहा है? एवरीवन कैन यू टेल मी कंडेंसेशन? दो चीजें जल्दी से बताइए, एक एडवेक्शन और कंडेंसेशन. क्विकली एवरीवन. नहीं मुझे डेफिनेशन मत दो प्रियंका, यहाँ पर ज्योग्राफी में अप्लाई करो. डेफिनेशन तो आपने बता दिया, तो डाउट था. क्लाउड फॉर्म बिल्कुल गलत है. तो कम से कम किसी को डाउट है, बाकी को तो डाउट भी नहीं है. एडवेक्शन इज हॉरिजॉन्टल. ओके ध्रुव, लिक्विड से, अरे लिक्विड से है प्रसून, वाई यू डिफाइनिंग बच्चे? मैं कह रहा हूँ इसमें बताओ ना, हीट एक्सचेंज ऑफ द प्लैनेट में बताओ, द रोल ऑफ एडवेक्शन, द रोल ऑफ लेटेंट हीट, उसमें बताओ, इस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में बताइए. डोंट जस्ट टेल मी द साइंस ऑफ इट. अब तो हम एटमॉस्फेयर की बात कर रहे हैं ना. वर्टिकल राइज दैट इज करंट. ओके एडवेक्शन लीड टू डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन, वो तो नहीं बात करें. क्या है क्या एडवेक्शन उसमें यार? रियल वर्ल्ड में तो सोचो, फिर वही हो जाता है कि समझ में आता है, थ्योरी हमने साइंस पढ़ ली थी, एचसी वर्मा वी नो, बट वी डोंट नो व्हाट टू डू विद दिस. आई वांट टू नो दैट पीपल हु फील दैट दे नो. प्रियंका को तो नहीं पता है, तो प्रियंका ने कहा वो. So due to advection air rises, तो convection air rises and condense and latent heat release. नहीं भाई, ये तो आप रटा रटाया कर रहे हैं. एक सिंपल चीज सब लोग यहाँ पर मिस कर रहे हैं. Horizontal wind is advection. Horizontal wind is advection तो नहीं है, but हाँ, horizontal movement of air is called advection. Advection is equal to wind? No, ऐसा नहीं है कि advection is wind. Advection is not wind. Okay everyone, चलिए, thank you for trying and whatever right or wrong, I have to see that. मैं बताता हूँ. When we are talking about this, conduction, convection and terrestrial radiations, we are actually talking about land only. Get that? When we bring water पे भी तो होगा ना, water पे भी होगा. So warm water will also give radiations. Yes or no? But warm water, when it comes to convection, warm water will turn into evaporation. ये evaporate होता है. Yes or no? Some water will evaporate, and that evaporated water is carrying heat hidden in it. That is latent heat. तो सिंपल है भाई. कन्वेक्शन में क्या होता है? लैंड की, what was happening in convection? Convection was the air which was close to the ground became very hot. Hot air becomes light, तो वो ऊपर चली गई. So the air carried the heat with itself. This is convection happening. But when it is air associated with moisture, so what is happening is water bodies will allow the water to turn into evaporation. The same thing is heat now. So over water, that convection is in the form of vapor, and that hidden heat is carried in the vapor. उसको बोलते हैं evaporation. ठीक है? Is everyone okay with that? Second thing, air in motion is called wind. Air in motion is called wind. Air started moving and reached here. This was air. Air means gases. They moved in motion. This is called wind. Is everyone okay? Why wind is created? Wind is created because of two types. We have something called as normal wind, which you will remember is pressure winds. There is another wind which is called thermal winds. So I'll tell you all later on. So wind है. So wind से तो confuse नहीं होना. Wind is there. So people were talking about wind and all. उसको भूल जाए. अब now let us talk about heat exchange. Please understand heat exchange. Lot of hot surface. Get that? Lot of hot surface. The air is warm. Surrounding air is relatively cool. So warm air is light. So warm air starts rising. Why? Because surrounding is heavier. Yes or no? This rising is called convection. Is everyone okay? This rising is called convection. So this is not wind movement. This is heat exchange happening through, yes, wind is moving in this. But since this is not moving horizontally, we don't call it wind. We call it currents. What is this? Rising current. Rising convective current चलेगा. संवहन हो रहा है. Rising convective current. Is everyone okay with that? यहाँ तक क्लियर है? ऐसे सिंकिंग भी हो सकता है. सिंकिंग करंट कैन ऑल्सो बी देयर. दैट इज वन. नाउ एवरीवन, there is this region which was very very hot. So that is why it is called conversational current. मैंने कभी नहीं सुना बेटा conversational क्या होता है मनीष, अब तुम कुछ ऐसा लिख रहे हो जो क्लास को बेकार में टाइम वेस्ट करेगा. I'm not answering that. This area is hot. This area is hot. Very very hot. Get that? You are standing here A and you are standing here B. Where is more heat? A is more heat. Okay, perfect. Simple, because you are standing close to that. Perfect. Everyone. For some reason, wind was blowing in this direction. So the wind which was coming here got heated up because it passed this region. The wind got heated up because it passed from this region. Is the wind bringing you heat or not? Is this wind bringing you heat? Otherwise, point A was hot, but even point B can have the heat of that same point A if somebody carries that. Horizontal transfer of heat. Horizontal wind, not wind. Horizontal transfer of heat is called advection. Get that? प्रियंका is saying equator to polar. प्रियंका एकदम गलत है, मैंने पहले भी बताया, आप कहीं से पढ़े हुए हैं, आप जबरदस्ती चिपकाते हैं. ठीक है, मत करिए. इक्वेटर टू पोलर नहीं. ठीक है, पोल पे ऐसे हवा जाती नहीं है. हाँ, तो मैं बता रहा हूँ, एनसीईआरटी मत लिख दिया करो सर ये मैंने एनसीईआरटी में पढ़ा. तो एनसीईआरटी ये थोड़ी बता रहा है कि वहां पर जो एडवेक्शन हो रहा है, वो तो मुझे भी पता है कि एनसीईआरटी जा रहा है, बट एनसीईआरटी ने एडवेक्शन नहीं लिखा है. तो प्लीज, अब मैं बता रहा हूँ, एनसीईआरटी ही लिख कर आपको बताएगी कि क्या लिखा है. राजस्थान से जो गर्म हवा आती है उसे लू कहते हैं. Do we get that? That is advection. Example of advection. Have you heard that this is the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir? And very cold winds come over here in the form of western disturbances. उससे क्या होता है? हिमाचल में snowfall, उत्तराखंड में snowfall. True? And then the news reader says, 2 दिन बाद, after 2 days, Punjab and Delhi will experience cold wave conditions. This is an example of advection. बारिश वहां पड़ी, स्नोफॉल उधर हुआ है, उसका प्रभाव आएगा इधर. The cold effect will come. This is called advection. Do we get that? Advection समझ में आया? So इसको जबरदस्ती जोड़ा. प्रियंका आप ही का सवाल लिया, इसे लेटेंट हीट भी बता दीजिए. लेटेंट हीट कुछ नहीं था, उसका एडवेक्शन कन्वेक्शन से कुछ लेना देना नहीं था. लैंड बताया, आप थोड़ा सा वाटर को नहीं इमेजिन कर पाए तो वाटर में बता दिया. भाई जो हीट ऊपर जा रही है उसी हीट को जो छुपा कर ले जा रहा है, वेपर इज कैरिंग इट एज हीट, सो दैट इज इवेपोरेशन. इज एवरीवन ओके? All concepts, basic concept of heat transfer should be okay with everyone who's here. Please do not think that advection is wind. Advection is a way of transfer of heat, horizontal heat transfer. Convection is also a way of heat transfer, vertical heat transfer. Is everyone okay? And in both the cases, the medium moves. So school mein bataya tha, when I was in my school, my teacher told me that if there is a heat source, heat can be transferred from heat source to point A without any medium. That process is called radiation. He said that another way in which the medium starts moving, बीच का माध्यम ही मूव करने लगेगा मॉलिक्यूल, तो उसको उन्होंने क्या बताया? Convection, where the medium moves. Yes or no? And second, and the last one is, he says bring A in touch with H. That is called conduction. ठीक है? He says that the convection, जो मेरे टीचर ने मुझे बताया, convection क्या हो सकता है? ये vertical होता है generally. But if convection happens horizontally, then the word used is advection. 9th क्लास में बताया था, मुझे तभी समझ आ गया था. 3 तरीके आज भी वही है. True? So you were walking on the road and there was a girl and तुमने सीटी बजाई. Get that? क्या इशारा किया? From a far distance. That is radiation. You, she, radiation. Get that? No medium needed. बस दिख गया. True? She picked up the slipper and threw at you. Get that? Chappal. Convection. The medium moved. Chappal hit you. You were still smiling. And there is no remorse. Shamelessly you are smiling. She comes and gives you one tight slap. That is conduction. Get that? So the story started from radiation, then convection, and finally you got conduction. In all the cases, if you feel heat has not exchanged, so after you got a slap, touch your cheek, you will find it is warm. So heat has exchanged. Is everyone okay? जैसे समझना चाहो समझ लो. Now someone says, sir हिंदी में बता दीजिए. तो यार जो बताना था वो बता चुके. True? So heat is getting exchanged. Heat and temperature. So factors affecting distribution of insolation, distance between Earth and Sun. Earth is elliptical, have I already explained you? Sir, उससे कितना फर्क पड़ जाता है perihelion, aphelion? 7%. So you have a fact also. So do I remember that? But I just told you, approximately उससे heat का फर्क पड़ता है. Solar constant. Remember, solar constant itself keeps on changing. Solar constant stays same, but the heat keeps on changing. Yes or no? Sometimes the sun is more hot and all that. So heat will change. Yes or no? Transparency of space and atmosphere is everyone okay. Angle of incidence everyone okay. And longer the period of sunshine, so duration of day and night. Remember pole पर 6 महीने की रात होती है, duration of day and night. ये किससे पता चलता है duration of day and night everyone? Which factor? Latitude अक्षांश से पता चलता है. Is everyone okay? Hindi English people दोनों को समझ आ रहा है नहीं? Naidu is not there. English. Naidu, are you there? Okay, so you are understanding, I hope. Simple things. I've gone into very, very simple things. I have to bring geography now. Now the earth has come where? Oh, sorry, heat has come where? Prithvi par aa chuki. It's in the atmosphere. Now the secondary factors will come. What are the secondary factors? Remember, land will get heated faster, water will get heated less. So during the summers, yes, Bay of Bengal also gets heated. Indian Peninsula also gets heated. Hear that? This is India, Indian Peninsula, and this is Indian Ocean, Arabian Sea and Bay of Bengal. All of them are heated. Heated. But this becomes superheated. So what happens? Low pressure. And what happens? High pressure. Very strange thing. So how can summers be high pressure? How can summers be high pressure, sir? See, both are getting heated. So I heard that more temperature means low pressure. Yes. But the fact is, वो देखो प्रियंक सी ब्रीज लगा रहा है. कौन लगा रहा है? सी ब्रीज? सोनम. बेटा गलत लगा रहे हो. प्रियंक नहीं लगा रहा है. प्रियंक तो सही लगा रहा है. Comparatively, the land gets heated more. So इसका temperature, probably इसका temperature is 21 degrees Celsius. इधर हो गया 41 degrees Celsius. Both are warm. Yes or no? इसका हो गया 26 degrees Celsius. ये हो गया 46 degrees Celsius. Do we get that? So land will cause more heating. And remember, so anything close to the land will get heated up more. Where will more convection happen? 1 or 2? Where will more convection happen? 1. Where will more radiation, stronger radiation? 1. Yes. Sir, conduction, convection, radiation. These are the 3 ways in which heat exchange is happening. Will the atmosphere unnecessarily get heated up more on the land or not? So from the sun, it's okay. But a local factor, did it create or not? And one more thing which Priyanka was asking. Sir, water will also have heat. Water will have heat, some of it hidden, latent heat in form of vapor. And some of it will be going into the depth also. It will go into the depth also through the process of convection. Water redistributes the heat. Latent heat to वहां पर है, vapor में. Vapor also has heat. And the ocean deep also is heat. So as a rule, I want to tell you the heat of the earth, land, stays only in the top 1 meter. But in the water, it gets mixes in 20 meters. So you can imagine water is like storing the heat. It is not allowing that much heat to happen. Is everyone okay? So difference of distribution of land and water, will it cause a difference of heating of the planet's atmosphere? True or not? And not only the distribution, your distance from the sea, like Delhi versus Chennai, will it also cause difference in heating? Okay. Which one heats very fast and which one cools very fast, heats and cools fast? So land. So the difference between maximum and minimum will be higher where? Land or water? Land or water? Land. So what will be the temperature range? This is called temperature range. Between maximum and minimum, land, the temperature range will be high, and oceans, the temperature range will be low. Is everyone okay? ये भी हो गया. Temperature contrast, this is the point. अच्छा, prevailing wind. Can the winds moderate the temperature? Like in Mumbai during the summer, not just summer, during a hot day, will the ocean send cool sea breeze? Yes or no? आ सकता है चेन्नई में भी. So can I say wind can also make things easy? Coastal location, will it moderate or not? Makes sense. And what is wind? Wind is a fluid. What does fluid do? They are mobile. And what they can do? They can act as agents of transfer of heat. Do they help in the process called as convection? Is everyone okay? But there is another fluid on the planet. That fluid is water. This fluid also flows. Can this fluid also transfer heat? Oh yes, sir. Warm currents can carry heat to the coastal polar areas, and polar areas, heat can come to the lower ones also. So they can also cause heat transfer. Very good. Simple things or not? Altitude? Oh yes, sir. With height, the temperature falls. Yesterday we saw something called as lapse rate. Yes or no? So irrespective of where you are, if you are at a higher altitude, if you are in a hill station, in Mussoorie, in Kodaikanal, in Nilgiris, in Himalayas, what will happen? Your temperature will fall. True or not? So prevailing winds will be a form of advection, right? So prevailing winds will form, yes, they will transfer the heat. Convection है, horizontal है, तो हो जाएगा. True? ठीक है? So मनीष, ये फालतू में डाउट मत पूछो. मतलब एक आप बताइए, एनीवन हु इज प्रेजेंट हियर पूछ रहा है डज वाटर हैव हीट? तो घर में चाय बनाते हो उसमें आग लगाते हो ना, तो पानी गर्म होता है ना, डज इट हैव हीट? ये बताना पड़ेगा मुझे। 4 बार पूछ लिया मनीष, इसलिए जवाब नहीं देते, अलग से क्वेश्चन मत डालो। पूछ रहा है डज वाटर हैव हीट? हाँ बिल्कुल होता है भाई, नॉर्मल टेम्परेचर लो, उस पे आग पे लगाओ, उसमें हीट चली जाएगी, उसे वाटर में हीट होती है। क्या पूछ रहे हैं यार? So lapse rate will be different or same everywhere, like equator and poles. So AP, again I don't remember your name. Lapse rate remember ये 6.5 डिग्री सेल्सियस पर किलोमीटर कल बताया था, ये सुनो। This is an average value, just like solar constant. Lapse rate changes from 2 to 12 degree Celsius per kilometer. कल बताएंगे. Tomorrow I will tell you different lapse rates also. For a GS student, we keep it 6.5. So lapse rate also changes. अच्छा, aspect of slope. Sir, what is this? So everyone, do you know Himalayas? So Himalayas are east-west mountains like this. Himalayas are east-west mountains like, and Himalayas are situated north of Tropic of Cancer. So where does the sun stay? Sun stays always south of Himalaya or not? True. If these are the southern slopes and these are the northern slopes of Himalaya, which slopes will get sunlight and which slopes will never get sunlight? Imagination है भाई, फिर बोलोगे ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है? Mountain, this side the sun comes, the other side never, the sun will never be there. So this is called aspect. Aspect का मतलब उनकी डायरेक्शन क्या है? तो aspect is slopes more exposed to sun will receive slow solar radiations. Everyone, I want to end the discussion, the debate which I have done, and I want you to take a fresh piece of paper, and do a process called brainstorm. तो यहाँ पर क्या लिखेंगे? Factors controlling heating of atmosphere. Can you fill up this wheel with whatever comes to your mind? जो भी आपके दिमाग में आता है. Don't write it, don't type, please don't type. This is an exercise for you. You will be confident. अभी confident हो जाएगा, ये तो मुझे भी आता है. Example insolation, example angle of incidence, example land and sea distribution, example ocean current. जल्दी से सब लोग लिखेंगे. Everyone to write, because the next exercise is based on this spider diagram. Please don't think मुझे आता है. Make this spider diagram. Done. 0.8, 0.9. देवेश कह रहे सर 0.8 क्या है? कचरा है, मैंने ऐसे लिखा जो मेरे दिमाग में है. Why you bothered? Why you copying mine? You write yours यार. मुझे से 0.8 बताओ. It can be anything. It can be latitude, it can be altitude, it is all kachra. You still copying or what? I thought I've been speaking for last 1 hour. You'll say, like, yes sir, I can do better. I have 12 sir. Why did you write only 9? तब तो मजा भी आएगा. Okay, everyone. चलिए next on this. In bracket, very good. Priyank says I have 11. In bracket, you have to write P and S. P means a primary factor. S means a secondary factor. Remember, ocean current is secondary and insolation is primary. जल्दी से अपना अलाइन करेंगे. Arrange. Rehan is saying, but I have only 6. Rehan, इसे कहते हैं constipation of ideas. Don't worry, इस process को resist मत करो. In this course, I will give you many such exercises. You should be able to grow in this. ठीक है? So that is why I'm giving this. This is my second lecture, and I've started with a process called idea generation. This is called brainstorming. If you have only 6, that is not a very healthy thing. तो 6 तो मैंने लिखे हुए यार. 1 2 3 4 5 6 तो मैंने लिखे, तो बहुत सारे थे यार. और मैं तो आई डोंट नो, मैं तो ये भी लिखना चाहूंगा, एंथ्रोपोजेनिक. आई एम श्योर किसी ने नहीं लिखा क्लाइमेट चेंज. ये है. राखी सेइंग सर आई अरेंज इन प्राइमरी एंड सेकेंडरी इन द फर्स्ट स्टेप. तो राखी ये वाला काम ना करें. राखी इज यश ये वाला काम ना करें, because that takes away your freedom to generate ideas. So land and sea, latitude, altitude, yes or no? What else हमने रखा था? और एंथ्रोपोजेनिक में आपने देखा कॉन्क्रीटाइजेशन यार. कॉन्क्रीटाइजेशन हमने किया है. टाउन्स जो बनाए ना, अर्बन हीट आइलैंड, हैव यू हर्ड ऑफ दैट? वी हैव एडेड पोल्यूटेंट्स, इवन डिफॉरेस्टेशन, वो भी है कि नहीं? सो कैन आई से वेजिटल कवर? वेजिटल कवर विल डिसाइड ऑन फैक्टर्स कंट्रोलिंग हीट इन द एटमॉस्फेयर. अभी हमने सोलर स्पॉट की बात की, सन स्पॉट सर आपने बात ही नहीं की. अरे सन स्पॉट का मतलब द वेरिएबल स्टार, सन में हीट बढ़ती है कम होती है, उसको सनस्पॉट साइकिल बोलते हैं. यस, क्लाउड कवर, वेरी गुड, कितने लोग अच्छी बात कर रहे हो. स्पेस की ट्रांसपेरेंसी. तो एक बात बताओ, एवरीवन who's listening to me, Rehan says I got only 6. So on that day, not talking about Rehan per se, talking about everyone, on that day a student gets 10 to 12 ideas and one fellow gets only 5 to 6 ideas. Whose answers will be richer? Rich answer. Think about it. Rotation of Earth, angle of inclination, tilt of axis, yes or no? Aphelion, perihelion. So Rehan as an example, but a message to everyone that if you want to score high in UPSC, you should not only be a receiver of information, of concepts from the books and teachers. You should have a transmitter also. A transmitter which starts generating moment you press the button. Ideas, 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 ideas. Get that? And I want to tell you, in areas of your liking, in areas of your choice, you have a very good transmitter. When it comes to education, you start having self-doubts. So tell me, in college, your friend had a breakup. You are telling him advice to deal with the breakup. Do you run short of ideas? Yes or no? Your friend is into drinking. He's a drunkard. Yes. You are giving him advice not to drink. Will you run short of ideas? No. Get that? So you're very clear that this is the girl I want to propose. You go to your friend, भाई बताओ कैसे propose करूं? He says पहले अपनी शक्ल सही कर ले तू. Yes or no? True. And will you give ideas or not? Lot of ideas or not? Then he comes. Then he says I proposed, but I got a slipper. बोला कुछ तो मिला, स्लीपर ही रख ले. It's okay. भगवान राम का जो सिंहासन था उस पे भरत ने खड़ाऊ से चलाया था. He got the slipper ना यार. True. This is first step. आगे कुछ हो सकता है. So what I'm trying to say here is, what happens to you all imaginative people when it comes to academics? It is your fear, it is your filters which don't allow that to happen. So my courses are about that. That is why I always tell my students, it is always better to be live in my classes. क्योंकि उसी टाइम पे वो कॉन्टेक्स्ट में क्रिएट करूंगा. I will create that situation, I take you to that position and I'll say jump, and magic will happen. If you're just listening to, you're listening to someone swimming, हाँ इतना easy है, बस ऐसे हाथ ऐसे करना है और तैर गया. 1 year, 2 year, 3rd year I throw you in water and you drown. This is what I'm inviting you into. Whenever I give such exercises, take it an opportunity. अपना पेपर है, कोई देख थोड़ी रहा है यार. Nobody is looking at it. Make sure you do it then and there. तभी कर दिया और खुद देखो कि पिछली बार से from the last time how much regenerative capacity I have. Is everyone okay? आगे बढ़ते हैं. अरे ये क्या आ गया? बहुत खतरनाक आ गया. हाँ, science is over. So how many of you found the science very difficult? जो भी बताया, मौसम की साइंस. Remember I said they are my friends, so I need to know about meteorology. So meteorology, how many of you were okay with it? Digest हो गया सर, समझ आ गया. I was able to understand. Even if you don't have a science background. The Hindi medium people, if you're still here, हिंदी मीडियम जो है वो साइंस में ऐसा दिख जाते हैं यार ये टर्म्स क्या आ रही हैं एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स, क्या आपकी समझ आ रहा था? बेसिक इवेपोरेशन, हीट कैसे एक्सचेंज होती है, ये सब. मनीष आपके पास सिर्फ डाउट ही है और आप ऐसे पूछते हो कि आप पानी में हीट होती है. यस. क्या आपकी टूथपेस्ट में नमक है? होना चाहिए. गेट दैट? थोड़ा सा अपना इमेजिनेशन खोले, हो जाएगा. सर मोस्ट ऑफ द फैक्टर्स आर सेकेंडरी इन हीटिंग. वेल वी विल सी. एक बार हीट आ गई, once the heat comes, the factors which will act later on are secondary. Now everyone, whatever I told you, this is meteorology. It tells us the why and how of it. ये क्या करता है? क्यों हुआ, कैसे हुआ, ये बताता है. But geography is interested in what? Where and when. Does geography need why and how? Yes, a little bit to explain. But does it require PhD? Do you require PhD in this? वो जो लगा रहे थे Planck's law और ये वो. So there are many teachers who will teach you this to the PhD level. कुछ तो नोट्स अलग रखने हैं. मुझे सब आता है, मैं ही जानता हूँ. That's okay. Perfect. So I hope the dose of science which was needed, I have given you that. You are comfortable with that? उतना ही देना चाहिए. Impress करने के तो और बहुत तरीके. I can impress you with better things. Why impress you with the Coriolis force? but ठीक है, रोक नहीं सकते. कुछ बच्चे ऐसे होते हैं, IAS बने नहीं बने, PhD करने की सोच लेते हैं. So how do I deal with where and when? Where and when is about map. So on a map, I have to show temperature differences. On a map, I have to show temperature differences. For that, I used a tool. And that tool is called a line joining equal temperature isotherm. This is an imaginary line. तो मैं isotherm का एक मैप बनाने वाला हूँ. But when भी तो है. So one I will make for winter, one I will make for summer. चलेगा? In India, do we have summer and winter? So this part is climatology. This part is meteorology. What is the job of a teacher? He should be able to filter this. Yes, and if a teacher is not filtering it, one, either he doesn't have the ability to filter, or second, he wants to impress. A smart teacher would know that kitna hona chahiye meteorology, and then immediately filter and convert it into climatology. So after giving you filtered information without making it rocket science, I want to come to climatology. What is the primary factor? This is the map. What is the primary factor? So sun. Which area gets the maximum heat? Equator. Okay. Minimum heat? Pole. Let us assume an ideal Earth, water covered, no difference between land and water. So maximum heat, insolation 90 degrees, yes or no? So maximum heat is maximum isotherm 21 degrees Celsius. Okay. 0 degrees Celsius, assuming that it is frozen. So if I go to the next latitude, will be higher than 21 or less than 21? So less than 21, maybe 19. Either be 19 hoga because it is a sphere, no? So both sides will it decrease uniformly? 19, 19. Yes. When I go further, what can it become? So it can become 9. Possible 9? Possible? Yes, sir, possible. What can it become further? Well, it can become 4. Possible. What is it? 0. 4, 9, 19. On an ideal water-covered Earth, isotherms should be parallel lines decreasing polewards. Is my class comfortable with this? They will almost be similar to latitudes. Clear? Okay. Is sun a variable star? Sun's heat keeps on changing or not? To make my life easy, what did I do? I was able to get rid of that change by what? Solar constant. Solar constant saves me from the changes of the sun and the transparency of the space also. True or not? Perfect. Very good. But transparency of atmosphere cannot be saved. And they tell me that equator has got so much of convection that equator is covered with clouds. Equator may not be the hottest area. Actually, the hottest area may be away from it. So ये हो सकता है. Possible. ये 21 हो जाएगा. Is everyone okay? A deviation has come or not? Why? Because of clouds. Now tell me, if equator's 21 degrees has shifted. Is everyone understand? Equator पर 21 होना चाहिए था. सबसे गर्म equator होना चाहिए था. But नहीं निकला. It did not. True. Why? Because equator पे तो rain है. Equator is covered. Equator is a shady area. Shade is also there. Cloud is also there. So warm is there. So थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा उधर हो. So when I connect those imaginary points, this is there. But the problem is that 21 is cutting the 19 line, and that is not possible. If it is possible, then that means this point A has two temperatures, either 19 or 21. दोनों एक साथ तो नहीं हो सकता. Cannot happen. Two temperatures same or not. So what will happen to the 19 line? The 19 line will also shift. What will happen to the next line? वो भी shift होगा. So can I say secondary factors will cause distortions in the shape of ideal isotherm. ये कोई किताब नहीं बता रही. टीचर भी फंडा बड़ा दे रहा है. He starts with देखो the isotherm will bend up, isotherm will bend down. अबे bend क्यों करेगा? Simple ये तो समझ में आना चाहिए. Is everyone okay? So isotherms are bending. True or not? Then they found that there is a belt which has clear skies, descending air 30 degrees. Clear sky 30 degrees. वहां पे maximum heat हो गया. अरे यार ये तो गड़बड़ है. ये सुनो. There are pockets of maximum heat. तो इसमें क्या बनाना पड़ेगा? अरे छोटा सा isotherm will come here also. This is 23. Possible 23. Oh, this has to be common. So what will happen to the 19 fellow? अरे 19 भाई तू एक काम कर. Because remember 19 will always be on the poleward side. तू और shift हो जा. और तोड़ दिया कि नहीं तोड़ दिया? Do we break it or not? Is everyone okay? Local factors causing differential heating. एक word दे रहा हूँ. क्या word दिया? Differential heating. That will cause the isotherms to get deviated. Is everyone with me? Normally what was expected? One was parallel, second was equidistant. But यहाँ पर क्या हो गया? अरे ये तो close भी आ गए. Some places they are very close, some places they are separated. So close and far. So do we understand that isotherms will deviate from the ideal parallel pattern, equidistance pattern, and turn into deviated, distorted patterns because of redistribution factors? But we will not deny the fact that from 35 to 35, this will be mostly the warm isotherms. Garam isotherm यहाँ पर होंगे. because heat will always, primary factor is there, no? So that will always keep the heat. But the heat, maximum heat may not be at equator, may be away from that. Is everyone with me on this? Another simple thing. Ek aur, last, before I put you into real maps. Ideal pattern. At equator, how much? Say for example, 21. Example. At 10 degrees latitude, 10 degrees north latitude. 10 degrees north latitude, 19 degrees Celsius. Is everyone okay? True. Now, let me make our life difficult. What is this? Africa. True or not? What is T1? 21. What is T2? 22. What is T3? 21. Sorry, 21, 21. What is T4? 21. What is T5? 21. What is T6? 21. Hear that? What is T1? 19. What is T2? 19. What is T3? 19. What is T4? 19. T5? 19. T6? 19. Do we understand what is the meaning of an isotherm? Everyone okay? But this is impossible. This is impossible that Tx is equal to Ty. It is impossible because Tx is land and Ty is water. It is impossible. Which one will heat more? Which one will heat more? Land. So here the temperature should be around 20. Here the temperature should be around 20. It cannot be 19. True or not? Do we understand? Now, everyone, please pay attention. Please pay attention. Sir, can I say isotherm is a line joining equal range of temperature? मनीष क्यों ऐसे कॉम्प्लेक्स कर रहे हो? सिंपल, आप क्यों तब से ऐसे क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हो? अभी बताया ना, लाइन जॉइनिंग इक्वल वैल्यू ऑफ टेम्परेचर, वहां पे बताया, अभी वैल्यू लिख के बताई 19 डिग्री सेल्सियस इक्वल रेंज. क्यों ज्ञान दिखा रहे हो यार? व्हाई यू पुटिंग दिस? व्हाट इज हैपनिंग टू यू मनीष? Initially I was answering your questions, so questions are coming random here. You're saying can water have heat? Now can I say they have equal range of temperature? Why are you bringing this? It's a very simple thing. Imaginary points joining the value 19 degrees. Wherever 19 degrees is there, that is there. And why should they be parallel lines? Ideally they should be, but अब तो ideal नहीं रहेगा because land and water. मनीष प्लीज बेसिक्स करें. ये गलत बात है, आप चीजों को डिस्टॉर्ट कर रहे हैं. क्यों डिस्टॉर्ट कर रहे हैं? I am very clear that I would want to support students, but not on this thing, not on things which are obvious and unnecessarily made nuclear physics. So can water have heat? Water will have heat. What's wrong with that? Equal range of temperature. Nobody said that. Nobody, nowhere is it written. Can we say? Why would you say? You want to say? You can say anything. Can I say isotherm is Russia, Ukraine? You can. Who's stopping you? Everyone, let's come back to this. I'm sorry, concentration मेरा भी गया, आपका भी गया होगा. So repeating everything. So at equator, I expect the temperature to be highest 21, 21, 21, 21, 21. At 10 degrees, 19, 19, 19. Is everyone okay? I connected those points. I got my lines. Now I put land and water. So Tx cannot be this thing. Yes or no? If Ty is 19. Is everyone okay with this? 19 degrees Celsius, 19 degrees Celsius, 21 degrees. But tell me everyone. Where would approximately 20 degrees Celsius line be? Approximately. On an ideal situation. On an ideal situation, where would 20 degrees Celsius line be? If 21 and 19 are given to you. If 21 and 19 are given to you, where would approximately that line be? जल्दी से बताएंगे. Everyone, I'm waiting. I think some issue with the transmission. Guesses, logical guesses. Quickly, everyone. I'm waiting. I think some transmission is an issue. Actually, I don't know where the transmission is stuck because your comments are not coming. Comments is frozen. Okay. So everyone, I expect that the 20 degree line should be in between. Yes or no? True. But now because of land, the 20 degree line come here. Yes or no? 20 degree line is there because there it was more heated. No. What will happen to the 11 degree line? 11 degree will be pushed up. So can I say an isotherm bends? Isotherm bends at land water boundary. Is everyone okay? True. I also want to tell you that this is the place where we have a warm Mozambique current. What will it cause the warmth? Will it carry the warm water, which was 20 degrees, to this place also, to this place also? Yes or no? So because of that, the 20-degree isotherm, is it getting bent like this? If this one gets bent, will the 10-degree also bend? True or not? So everyone, some issue with the transmission, kindly confirm. Are you understanding this figure? The bend of isotherms. I'm not getting the comments, so that is there, or I will refresh my this thing. Everyone, please confirm whether we are getting this or not. Some issues with the transmission. Now fine, comments are still frozen. We are able to hear and understand also. Okay, thank you. So everyone, I just did not want to just go without making sure that you are understanding. So bending of isotherm, समझ में आ गया? Why would they bend? ठीक है? Okay, okay, now it is fine. अच्छा, यहाँ पर एक cold current है. Have you heard of Beniguela current? Cold Beniguela current, a cold current, a cold water. So will it cause the cold isotherm? Suppose this was 10 degrees Celsius isotherm. Okay, here was 8 degrees Celsius, 12 degrees Celsius. Here it was 16 degrees Celsius. Will it bring the cold temperature like this? What will happen to the 12 degrees? Will it bend? Yes or no? So warm current cause the higher isotherms or higher value isotherms towards bend towards pole. Cold current bring the lower value isotherms towards equator. Is everyone okay? And when we cross the boundary, what happens? The isotherms bend. I have given you the principles. I am connecting climatology and meteorology. यहाँ तक clear है सब लोग? ये दो figures clear हो गई? Yes? Perfect. अब इसे try करें. Can you see there is a warm pool of water where? Where is a warm pool of water in the world? In the month of January? Sir, around equator. So not just one line, around equator. What is the value of this temperature? 27 degrees Celsius. Get that? Next comes which contour? 21 degrees Celsius. After that, 16 degrees Celsius, 10 degrees Celsius, 4 degrees Celsius, minus 7 degrees Celsius. Is the temperature increasing, decreasing? Does it follow our rule? Everyone. Does the isotherm bend when it crosses the continent? यहाँ पे bend कर रहा है. Does the isotherm bend when it crosses the land and sea boundary? Can you see that? Okay. Can you see that the isotherms in southern hemisphere are more parallel? Why are they more parallel? Because southern hemisphere is largely a water hemisphere. Southern hemisphere is largely a water hemisphere. You can see if this is equator, everything, this is equator, and this is 30 degrees, and this is 60 degrees of latitude. Can you see it bends as far as continents are there? True or not? In the north also, can you see that? 21, 16, 10, 4, 1, 1, and this thing. And can you see on the land and in the northern hemisphere where contrast is more, can you see the spacing has also reduced? दिखाई दे रहा है? At sea, the spacing is also uniform. Which month is this? January. January means summers or winters for northern hemisphere? January. January means winters. Where is the sun? Sun is here. Get that? Now everyone, if I go for a January map, what do you think will happen? Okay, July map, sorry. If I go for a July map, let us guess that how many of you have understood it. What will happen to the isotherm values? No, sorry, opposite mein nahi jayenge. It is very easy to say it will be opposite. What will happen to the isotherm values of southern hemisphere? What will happen to isotherm values of southern hemisphere? Sir, they will shift north की तरफ जाएंगे, south की तरफ. All that cold will be gone. ठीक है? So ये जितना भी हमारा cold है, ये ऊपर की तरफ shift हो जाएगा. The gap between them will also increase. Yes, it will become gentle gradient. So wherever isotherms are closely packed means change of temperature in short distance. Steep gradient. Variation is very high. कल बताया था gradient with distance. Yes or no? So यहाँ पे देखेंगे land पर जो है land getting heated up or cooled very. Remember Siberian low. इस time पे क्या होता है? Siberian cold winds. Yes or no? all those isotherms will get packed. On oceans, they will be far spaced. Is everyone okay? चलिए आपके guesses देखते southern hemisphere, only for southern hemisphere. Get that? Can I say that all the thanda ones, -10, which has come to Siberia, 10 degrees Celsius, oh sorry, this is 0 degrees Celsius, which has come to Siberia. If I go to July, all of them, these cold ones will shift northward. Will the cold ones shift northward or not? And will the warm ones get situated over there? Will this spacing also, will it ease out or not? Guess kar rahe hain. We are just guessing. Look at things changing. Southern hemisphere, can you see the cold ones have come up? -18, -20 Fahrenheit, -40 degree. और यहाँ के सारे कहाँ चले गए? ऊपर चले गए. इनफैक्ट अफ्रीका पर अब क्या आ गया? Africa has got a warm patch on it. Africa to Asia, this entire area has become the warmest area. Remember, this is going to attract what? This is going to attract something called as monsoons. Similarly, this Mexico region becomes the hottest region. Remember, this is the belt of 30 degrees, clear sky. Yes or no? So equator doesn't have the highest temperatures. Equator doesn't have the highest temperature. Highest temperature are where? Close to 30 degrees. Where are the lowest temperature? In the southern hemisphere, close to the poles. Yes or no? And again, we see that they are parallel. Parallel भी रहेगा. And in winters they become closed. यहाँ भी देखा था आपने closed हो गए थे winters में. That is, they were closed in winters. इधर क्या आ गया? Summer में they get widely separated. So the gradient, the rate of change also becomes less. Land के patches are warmed up. That is what we are talking about. And this is a unique warm area. Southern hemisphere में winter है, but फिर भी ये warm है. क्यों? एक तो equatorial warmth, and then away from the sea. So land getting heated up. This is a unique case which we are looking at. Even in southern hemisphere winters, we are having this area as still warm. So why do here Indian Ocean have a large patch? That is what I'm saying. This entire area is getting heated up like this. This entire area is getting heated up like this. Now the question is why? Why is this happening? Let us look at this. इधर तो नहीं था. Either this area was narrow. This area was narrow, and there was no dark red except Australia. Yes or no? और यहाँ पर हो रहा है ये. Dark red is also coming. So this is because northern hemisphere is a land hemisphere. Land will hold more heat. It is getting heated up, and because of hot land, what will happen? The water in contact will also start getting heated up progressively. Yes or no? But still, this will be the lowest pressure. Relatively, अभी बताया था थोड़ी देर पहले. Arabian Sea is also hot. Bay of Bengal is also hot. Indian Ocean is also hot. But the land is further hot. Do we get that? So this pool which you are seeing, sir, why this Indian Ocean is also having this warm pool? Please don't see yourself only to Indian Ocean. You can see here also Atlantic Pacific is also there. But please remember, there is no place on the planet where such a huge land is together: Africa, Asia, Europe. Do we get that? And in which, leaving Europe, Africa and Asia are, we are looking at getting very, very hot. Amazon forest fire इसी से होती है सर. देखिए, forest fire के तो बहुत से कारण हो सकते हैं. But yes, in the summers, that forest fire will acquire greater dimensions. तो प्रसून जो आप बात कर रहे हैं, प्रसून मुझे बताइए, why go to Amazon? Why go to Amazon? Is there fire in Indian forests also? उत्तराखंड है ना? कौन से सीजन में होता है? समर सीजन में. समर सीजन में the leaves rub against each other and लोग बीड़ी भी जला देते हैं and all those things. Many things are there. So summers are the seasons where fires will be there. अब यहाँ का जब समर होता है, ऑस्ट्रेलिया में भी चांस ऑफ फायर रहता है. Did you hear of bush fires in Australia? पूरा का पूरा ऑस्ट्रेलिया, koalas dying because of thirst. So ये सारी चीजें बिल्कुल connected है. But saying that the forest fire is only because of this, that will not be correct. I hope you have understood. Primary factor, secondary factor, can you understand? So climate is a factor which will facilitate fire during this season. Everyone with me? यहाँ तक समझ में आ रहा है? अगर आप सिंपल सोच रहे हैं, अगर आप A+B देख सकते हैं, cause also, effect also, if you can connect meteorology with geography, you would have understood it. हाँ, अगर आपको फालतू के डाउट आ रहे हैं कि मेरा नाम सचिन क्यों है, सचिन ही क्यों रखा गया, क्या पिताजी को पता था देयर विल बी सचिन तेंदुलकर? पिताजी काफी स्मार्ट थे यार, क्या वो ज्योतिष भी थे? तो अगर ऐसे ख्याल आ रहे हैं आपके पास, सो छोड़ दो. These are simple cause and effect science that is we are working on. Is everyone okay? The temperature differences कहाँ से पढ़ेंगे? हैंडआउट भी है सर. एज ऑन ट्रॉपिक्स, कहाँ गया यार, इतनी जल्दी से कमेंट ऊपर भाग गया. As on tropics, the insolation will be at 90 degree. Can it be a cause of higher temperature than equator? बेटा सुनो, वो तो northern hemisphere में the sun is already in the tropic, no, has gone to tropic of Cancer. So already the heat is there. The heat was similarly in the southern hemisphere also, no? But did you see the heat of the tropic of Capricorn did not go that south the way it goes in the north? That is because of the heat. That is because of the secondary factor. So sun will always be the primary factor. It will decide whether the heat patch will be north or south. But the extent of northness or southness, that will be decided by the secondary factor of land. And you saw there is a factor of water current also. Yes or no? तो ये दिखाई दे रहा है. Remember अभी मैंने आपको बताया था बेनिगुएला करंट, इसने धक्का दिया ना इनको. इधर कौन सा है? चिली करंट, पेरुवियन करंट, दैट विल आल्सो पुश। ट्रू। और ये कौन सा करंट पुश कर रहा है इधर, जल्दी बताओ। वार्म करंट, मोजाम्बिक करंट, इज इट पुशिंग और नॉट? व्हाटएवर आई सेड वो होगा। इधर ब्राजील करंट, विल इट पुश और नॉट? इट विल पुश डाउन। सो द करंट्स विल आल्सो एक्ट, द करंट्स विल आल्सो एक्ट। देखो विंटर में आपको एक करंट का इफेक्ट दिखाता हूं, ये सारे के सारे ऊपर पुश कर रहा है। हु इज पुशिंग दिस? सम वार्म फेलो मस्ट बी पुशिंग ऑल दीस थिंग्स अप। ये वार्म चीजों को ऊपर ले जा रहा है ना। हु इज पुशिंग दिस? हु इज गोइंग टू मेक अ गेस? सर दिस इज द वार्म गल्फ स्ट्रीम which becomes North Atlantic drift. Remember the warm current that can cause all isotherms to bend. और इधर cold current है, this is causing the cold wallas to go poleward. So I think Priyanka in the starting said, sir ऊपर कौन जाता है नीचे कौन जाता है? Oh Priyanka, you are okay now. ऊपर and नीचे is not the word. The word is equator की तरफ कौन जाता है, pole की तरफ कौन जाता है? Equator word or pole word. And now you have the logic also with you. Is everyone with me on this? समझ में आ गया? Global annual temperature ranges. अब temperature range. Range means maximum and minimum. Can you see the ranges are always low at equators? In fact, you will find that within the tropics, the range of temperature is generally low. The temperature difference. Why? Because the primary factor is very, very strong. Heat rehti. Yes or no? Sir, but sun insolation factor can be bigger factor than the cloud on equator and tropic. So that's what we are saying. Sun's insolation is distributed over here. AP, please understand. Sun's insolation is here. You don't allow the insolation to come. Cloud has a big factor over there. Please, you will have to respect that. But because you are saying that insolation can be a bigger factor, that is why in this, the range is low. The difference between maximum and minimum is low. But here you can see, in the temperate belt and in the frigid belt. Diurnal nahi beta, annual likha hai, annual. Diurnal is daily. Title paro. The difference between maximum, summer maximum and winter is 28 degree, 33 degree, 39 degree, 44, 50 degree, 55 degree Celsius is the difference between maximum and minimum. So I think the summer in this area will have 10 degree Celsius and winter will have minus 65 degree Celsius. यहाँ पर ही तो coldest place है. What is the name of the coldest place? Verkhoyansk है ना वहाँ पर, Verkhoyansk range. Yes. True. So I hope you understand. In the colder areas, no, the lower can go very, very low. So the range will be there. अच्छा, equator पे क्या है? 3 डिग्री का रेंज है. 3 डिग्री का रेंज means 24 maximum, 21 minimum. People in Tamil Nadu, people in Kerala, what is your temperature difference? 8, 7, 8, 10 degrees. ये देखो 10, 11 degrees आ रहा है, तो आप लोग 7 degrees वाले. 7 degrees is the difference in your temperature. Come to Delhi, 46 to 0. Come to Delhi, 0 degrees and 46 degrees also. So what is the range of temperature in Delhi? 46 degrees. What is the range of temperature in Kerala? 7 degrees. Do you get the understand the difference between range? So in the tropical area, the range is also less. Another factor is on waters, the range is less. On land, the range is more. Delhi is an example of continentality. Likewise, Siberia is an example of continentality. Do we understand a factor called continentality? Continentality means distance from sea. The more you are away from the coast, the more will be your range. Like Delhi. The more you are close to the coast, the less will be your range. So is there any role of easterly and westerly wind? 100% Gulam. There will be a role. Here we have talked about currents. Remember, winds will also play a role. So when monsoon will come, because the season is not showing, so winds are, I told you in the very beginning, no, the factors, fluids, both of them will have a role. Fluids, prevailing winds, ocean currents. We can observe these differences more in Rajasthan. Jahan karna karo. Sir, please tell about South America patch in July. जुलाई में साउथ अमेरिका का पैच फिर बताया कि यहाँ पर अभी भी कोई ऐसा वो नहीं, ऐसा नहीं कि बहुत ज्यादा हीट है, बट सम हीट इज देयर. ये बताया तो सेम थिंग, द हीट इज स्टिल ट्रैप्ड, ये अवे फ्रॉम द सी है एंड दैट इज देयर. दिस इज लैंड, नो सेम. यस, जब इसका एक्सप्लेन आ गया तुमको, इसका अलग लोगे यार, ये क्या बात है, ये भी तो लैंड ही है. दिस इज वेरी स्ट्रेंज सर. यू लर्न स्विमिंग इन स्विमिंग पूल, सर प्लीज एक्सप्लेन हाउ टू स्विम इन पॉन्ड. So can we say northern tip of Russia would be more range? अरे यार मनीष इतना बताते हैं और उसके बाद भी आप समझते नहीं हो. नॉर्दर्न टिप है रशिया, ये भी तो नॉर्दर्न टिप ऑफ रशिया है, ये भी तो नॉर्दर्न टिप ऑफ रशिया, ये भी तो नॉर्दर्न टिप ऑफ रशिया. इतना बता रहे हैं कि यार ये अवे है, ये एरो भी बनाए. कॉन्टिनेंटलिटी, वर्खोयांस्क रेंज, साइबेरिया का जो सिस्टम है, ये सारे सी से दूर है, इतना दूर है कॉन्टिनेंटलिटी. कुछ तो देखो भाई. सर क्या हम कह सकते हैं रशिया का नॉर्दर्न कोस्ट? कैसे ऐसी क्यों बैकी बैकी बातें कर रहे हो यार? ये रशिया का नॉर्दर्न कोस्ट है, इस पे रेंज में देखो 1, 2, 3 अलग अलग वैल्यू आने वाली. तो मैंने ऐसा नहीं कहा, जो मैं कह रहा हूं उसको सुनो प्लीज. अगर आपका ग्लास भरा हुआ है तो मैं उसमें क्या डालूं भाई? अभी बता रहे हैं. तो ऐसे तो ये हो जाएगा सर इसका भी नॉर्दर्न कोस्ट नहीं, जो लैंड से दूर है दैट विल हैव मोर रेंज. एंड आई आल्सो टोल्ड यू टेम्परेट विल हैव मोर रेंज, फ्रिजिड विल हैव मोर रेंज एज अ रूल कंपेयर्ड टू ट्रॉपिकल एंड सब ट्रॉपिकल. सिंपल रूल बता रहा हूं एवरीवन, आई एम गिविंग यू अ रूल. ट्रॉपिकल एंड सब ट्रॉपिकल विल हैव अ लो रेंज. व्हाई? बिकॉज़ द प्राइमरी फैक्टर इज वेरी वेरी स्ट्रांग. डू वी गेट दैट? Second, temperate and frigid will have higher range. Is everyone okay? And compared to temperate, frigid will have further higher range. That is one. Second thing is, places on the ocean or close to the ocean will have low range. Places away from the ocean, more continentality, more inside the land will have higher range. Got simple rules. I hope you are writing also. Question आएगा. Examine the factors responsible for variation in temperature distribution across the world. Examine means tell the factors why they are where they are. I have given you very simple rules. So Tanuj is saying, sir, please repeat. So Tanuj, temperature range in tropical and subtropical area will always be lower compared to temperate and frigid. Do we get that? Tropical and subtropical temperature range will always be lower. The lowest temperature range will be seen around equator. Second rule. Maximum will be seen in the frigid belt and in continental location. Frigid belt and in the continental location. Okay? Areas at sea or close to sea, will have less range. Areas away from the coast, greater continentality, will have high range. Is everyone okay? True? Okay. Papa, Mama, Beta, Beti. Boy, girl, doesn't matter. Papa, Mama, and this thing. Papa, Mama give you pocket money. Since your childhood, you are getting a pocket money of ₹100 per month. Is it okay? You and your brother or sister is getting ₹100 per month. So when I said, is it okay? There will be some people say, no, मुझे तो नहीं मिला. हाँ ठीक है, गरीबी छोड़ो, बाकी लो. ₹100 दे रहे थे per month. Mama, Papa said they wanted you to learn money management. They said we will give you ₹100 today. Will the two kids have the same amount of money? Not necessary. Yes or no? Someone would have used it, someone would have done this. Not necessary or not. So those are variations. Is everyone okay? Is everyone okay? Is it a good thing or a bad thing? So nothing good or bad about it. Yes. Both brother and sister love each other, or brother, whatever, both kids love each other. Can they exchange also? Can they lend money with each other? Possible? Yes or no? So happily things are going on. Happily things are going on. The problem will come when Papa's income is less than the family's expenditure. True or not? Then there will be problem or not? Then Papa will say, oh beta, I cannot give you pocket money this month. Possible? Deficit over. Or it can be Papa's income is huge. Papa की income बढ़ गई. Papa ने कहा सुन ले, तेरे लिए इस बार वैलेंटाइन आ रहा है, 500 रुपए, जाओ जी लो जिंदगी. सर वैलेंटाइन क्यों? अच्छा ठीक है, दिवाली आ रही है, ईद आ रहा है, होली आ रही है, जाओ गुलाल खरीद लो, गुब्बारा खरीद लो, जो करना है करो, play with like your friends, celebrate with sweets and whatever. True. सोनम बोले ये नहीं हो सकता. सुनो ऐसे होता है, लिबरल पेरेंट्स भी होते हैं, मॉडर्न पापा होते हैं, बेटा ये लो, तुम्हारी पॉकेट मनी बढ़ा दी, तुमने एग्जाम में कितना अच्छा स्कोर किया, शाबाश, यस, तुम इतना अच्छा गिटार बजाते हो, वेरी गुड, यस, यू टुक गुड केयर ऑफ मम्मा, दादा की अच्छी ख्याल रखा, दादा दादू दादी, एवरीवन, यू सच अ गुड बॉय, यू सच अ गुड गर्ल, यस, जाओ मूवी देख कर आओ. ट्रू? पॉसिबल और नॉट? आई नो यू आर हंग्री, कैन आई एंड दिस? मुझे 5 मिनट और लगेंगे, थोड़ी देर बाद फिर आप ऐसे मुझे कहोगे सर भूख से मर रहे हैं सर, एकदम नर कंकाल बन चुके हैं. ठीक है? सो दैट इज हैपनिंग. But in between, can you have variations? Everyone can have variations. True. So I just want to tell you, everyone, please pay attention, that within the latitudes, there might be a heat difference. There might be a heat difference. But if we want to study the heat of planet Earth, we must study it in terms of the net heat received and the net heat lost. That will tell us whether the Earth is getting more heat from the sun than it is retaining, or it is losing heat. Get that? But one thing is very clear. If your father's income is progressively going down, will your pocket money also go down or not? Full chance है कि नहीं. It might even stop. Say COVID happened and your father did not get salary for 6 months. The pocket money will come to a halt or not. But if your father was really, like doing very well and like he grew very well and the family can see your equation has changed, you bought a new house, new car, और ऐसा लग रहा है कि बहुत अच्छी prosperity, and the papa says कि बेटा और ले लो, possible or not? True. So I want to tell you that if this was happening, that Earth was holding more heat, Earth would have once again become a molten fireball, because billions of years, if you are holding some excess heat, it would have become a molten fireball. And if Earth was not holding excess heat but was losing its own heat, then also Earth would have turned into a frozen ball. Is Earth a fireball? No. Is Earth a frozen ball? No. Within Earth there might be a frigid belt. That is because the boys and the girls, the family members, they have difference in the money they hold. But overall, Earth is neither neither a molten ball nor a frigid ball. What does it tell us? That means the energy received by Earth from the sun, net quantity, and the energy lost by Earth, the net quantity, there must be a balance. And that balance brings us to the idea of heat budget. Is everyone okay? Heat budget. So temperature differences, everyone understood this, why isotherms will bend? Heat budget. average temperature of Earth has remained constant, more or less constant, 15 degrees Celsius. Sir, but now it has gone to 16 degrees Celsius. I understand. In long term, it has remained constant, but this has become a cause of concern for the world nowadays. This is called global warming. But I want to tell you, Earth has had cold phases. पहले cold phases भी हुए, warm phases भी हुए. Yes. So overall, in the long term, it remains constant. Atmosphere is dynamic. The heat keeps on changing also in between. The balance of incoming and outgoing radiation is called as heat budget. Is everyone okay? The total reflected radiations are called the albedo. This is the new term. Albedo is the reflective capacity. So everyone, I want you to see this. Please get this. And you can draw this also. If this is Earth, if this is atmosphere, if this is sun, let us assume sun is sending 100 units. Please draw this. 100 units towards Earth. What is this? Insolation. These insolation will enter the atmosphere and eventually reach the Earth's surface. Some of them will be reflected back. This is called albedo. Albedo means how much do you reflect? Who can reflect? Can the cloud top reflect? Can snow reflect? Can water reflect? Can even dust reflect? Many things are possible. It has been found. It has been found, snow or ice cap. It has been found that planet Earth's albedo is 35%. So around 35 will never reach Earth. It will just be bounced back. How much is left? 65. Of that 65, 14 will go in the atmosphere. So, but you said atmosphere is transparent. I remember that heat which is not sensible, molecular vibration, ionosphere, kuch to absorb karega na? Remember ionosphere and all that? So atmospheric processes, 14 units will be there. How much will come here? 51 units. Finally, Earth gets 51 units. If Earth was holding even a single unit, Earth will turn into a molten ball. But Earth is not a molten ball. That means Earth is going to send it back. How many? All 51. Get that? So, Earth was able to send back something as radiations. Remember radiation, conduction and convection? Okay? But these radiations are not insolation. These are called terrestrial radiation. How many units? 17 units are gone. Now, what other ways does Earth have to transfer heat? Conduction, convection. Remember, radiation is already done. When you conduct and convect, what happens? The air gets heated up, and the air has got greenhouse gases and all that. Will they trap heat or not? How much is left from the Earth, everyone? How much is left? 34. So 34 units are transferred to the atmosphere. 17 units go to the space. This is space. What will the atmosphere do? Atmosphere also, remember, clear nights. Atmosphere also cools at night. Atmosphere will also send all this heat back. Get that? How much? 48 units. Please add up. 35 plus 48 plus 17. Does it come 100? 35, 48 plus 17. Is it 100? So this is called the heat budget. Income is equal to loss. True. Earth's heat budget is balanced. In between, there may be exchanges. I said brother and sister can exchange some money. They can give to Papa Mama also. Possible or not? So inside the Earth, that is there. Inside the Earth, when that exchange happens, this is called planetary budget. Planetary budget. And it is perfectly balanced. But there is a budget which is called the latitudinal budget. Within the latitudes, you know, latitudinal budget, it is not balanced. We have heat excess area and heat deficit area. Heat excess and heat deficit area. So at the start of the class, somebody asked a doubt about a graph. This is the graph of heat budget. So the doubt pucha tha. This is the graph of heat budget. I am not explaining it right now. Can I leave it? Otherwise it will become an overdose. फिर आपका लंच का भी है. काफी लोग तो लंच के लिए निकल गए होंगे. देखा जाएगा. मास्टर जी बोलते रहेंगे. हम अपने आप पढ़ लेंगे. Yes, I respect your hunger. So this is tomorrow's lecture. Tomorrow something after heat budget we will start about precipitation. We will learn about pressure also. सर्वेश्वर सिंह नहीं सर अभी हम हैं. ठीक है सर्वेश्वर अभी आप हो. बट मैंने फिर से क्लास एक्सटेंड कर दी और ये सारी चीजें हम कल कर लेंगे. चलेगा. ह्यूमिडिटी कल करेंगे और हीट बजट जो है आपका कल करवा देंगे. ये वाला पार्ट कॉन्सेप्ट है. ग्राफ भी बताऊंगा. And all of your questions are invited. You can ask on the Telegram channel also. But the request is, कल जो question पूछेंगे, please be specific. What you understood, what you did not understand. Hindi English people, all of you understanding or not? And tomorrow I also want you to be initiated you into answer writing. आज किसमें किया brainstorming? तो एक answer भी question भी पूछेंगे. Everyone with me? What will you read? Read के लिए homework में पहले ही clear है जो आज का है. तो आज की framework sheet है. there is a target sheet for every class. Today, heat balance, solar radiation, chapter 9 if you did not read, वो पढ़ना है. Water in atmosphere if you did not read, वो पढ़ना है. Made simple आ गई है बाकी लोगों के पास. 38-degree latitude marks difference between heat excess. Yes, yes, you're correct. So do we need to have the diagram in notes of July and January? No need, Tanuj, no need. So अगर अभी नहीं है, अगर ये नहीं है, made simple, so make sure you do NCERT. Okay, thanks a lot. I hope I did not make the lecture too technical and you understood everything. So should I do one more subject parallelly? Yes, one GS subject should continue, one optional and one GS. You should be doing that. Okay, so thank you. And in the evening, I'm conducting Indian geography classes. So people who are looking at that and you've not done Indian geography till now, you can join in them. They will help you. So when we come to Indian geography, they will give you a lot of momentum. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a nice day. Enjoy your lunch.